Just about set for kickoff out here at Lone Peak Field. Because of the weather, it's a nice cool day with a light breeze drifting in right now.
You're calling light breeze? This is a glorious day for football, JT. This is what I call late September weather. We got it in August. We will take it. This is beautiful.
Yes, beautiful indeed. Take an opportunity right here to go over a little bit more of the Alemany Warriors, their star players they have. So their quarterback tonight is going to be Dylan Jabia. He's a 3-star. Kevin Green Jr. is a 3-star as well. Larry Turner Gooding, he's a 4-star wide receiver. He actually just transferred over for them from St. Bernard. Him and Jalen Thompson, one of their running backs, both transfers, did not get to participate in spring football. That is something worth mentioning. In California, you get a 5-game spring football season, so a great opportunity for these guys to come in, learn what they got, but transfers coming over are very talented players, as we just mentioned, a 3- and a 4-star guy, so they're going to settle in all right. Also have a guy too in Floyd Chalk, who's a talented running back, and that's just on the offensive end. So you know this team is absolutely loaded. And in the secondary, it only continues with DB's guys. A guy too in Prysock, who's a 4-star. He's actually uncommitted as well, one of the top 10 players in the state of California, according to 24/7 Sports. And as we get set for kickoff right here, Lone Peak is going to be kicking off first. Alemany's offense that we just went over is going to get a chance to strike first.
Should be a fun one. I'm excited for this game. There's a lot of talent out here tonight, and happy to have everybody along for the ride with us tonight. That's the fun part.
Absolutely.
Back to receive Kevin Green Jr. and Larry Turner Gooden.
So Carr, the man set for the kickoff. Larry Turner Gooden, one of the guys we just highlighted, one of the returners.
It's time for football.
And week 2 of high school football in the state of the Utah gets underway. And they are going to take this one out right here. Solid return up the middle.
Well, JT, I think the biggest thing on this first drive is going to be interesting just to see, because this is Bishop Alemany's first game of the season. This is their season opener. We'll see how rusty they might look on offense. Lone Peak at least has a game under their belts. You would think, okay, in terms of like knocking off rust, they probably got a little more rust knocked off last week. Actually haven't played a game.
Very well, very good point. Kevin Green Jr., the return man there, able to get out to the 23. As we mentioned, Jabia, the 3-star, in the gun. We're going to get an early flag here.
Looks like we got an early start is what we got. Yep, false start there. Look like some movement along the offensive line there.
You mentioned it, first game of the season, first snap for these offensive linemen out there. They're excited to just get out there and hit someone.
It's
just getting going a little early there, big fella.
Yep, yeah.
Penalty brings up 1st and 15 for the Warriors.
So 1st and 15. Jabia gives it to Chalk. Chalk, solid run out of it, up the gut, following his intimidating offensive line.
Nice play there by the Lone Peak defense, though, because that's going to be important in this game, is to not allow those cutback lanes to open up. You got to fill, you got to make those tackles, because you get these guys open. These guys get in the open field, you're in trouble.
Spread offense for the Warriors. The Knights with the 4-2. Gabia throws it behind and incomplete. The intended target, Larry Turner Gooden.
Yeah, Jebia looked like he got a little sped up there, because he caught that snap, and if you guys watched that play, that ball was out of there. He probably needed to take a beat longer and just let that play develop a tad bit more, make a little more of an accurate pass.
So 3rd and 10. Opportunity to get off to a fast start, take control of the game. Drive killers always hurt, of course, so puts them back a little bit. Jabia looks to the sideline. The Knights don't send 4, open lane, Jabia. Throws it up, got him in, and just off the hands of Kevin Green Jr. right there. Would have been a tough catch to make.
It would have been. Green had an opportunity at it, but yeah, you're asking a lot on that play. Actually, really nice pressure by that Lone Peak defensive line that entire drive. And that's a good sign because we talked about in the pregame how big Bishop Alemany's offensive and defensive front is. Well, Lone Peak, let's be honest, a little undersized against these guys, but showed well on that first drive.
Couple guys run on late for the Knights. See, the punt is up. And the fair catch is made. A good call there by Luke Hyde. We know how explosive he is. You saw it firsthand last week.
Hyde wants to really make a play, but that one, you got to realize, okay, you know what? We're going to cut our losses here. He's going to have his opportunity in this game. And I think, and I understand that Bishop Alemany probably watched that film from last week. They're going to be kicking away from him all night long.
We talked about in the pregame, Crew McChesney, unfortunately not available tonight. Helps to have a guy like Luke Hyde coming over, as he was effective last week, and they're going to need for him to continue to be effective tonight for them to win this game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's going to be important. Now we get to see a pretty good-sized offensive front for Lone Peak go up against that defensive front. It should be a fun battle all night long, folks.
Easton Comer. Sends Hyde back out. Looks for it. Throws it. Caught by assistant coach of Alemany.
We got a flag down there on the sideline. Interesting play there. I wonder what they're going to call here. I'm wondering it because JT, you're going to understand with me calling these games. When I look at officiating sometimes, a little subjective at times. We're going to see what they call here. But there was a player that got pushed out of bounds. There we go.
And that is exactly the call, as you highlighted there, Jake.
Yep. Yeah,
defensive holding.
The Alemany defender had a hold. I couldn't make out who the receiver was for Lone Peak, but he had hold of him and drove him out of bounds, and it's a pretty easy call in that case. But as I mentioned, sometimes it can be very subjective on which way it's going to go, it feels like.
So the Warriors start out offense with a penalty, start out defense with a penalty as well. Not the start that I'm sure the coaching staff wanted to see out of their guys, but a long way for the Knights to go still.
No doubt about that. Coach Clausen, we talked to him before the game. He said, you know what, we're just excited to be out here playing football. Obviously, California, all of us have been dealing with COVID. They're just happy to be here playing a game.
Comer fakes it. Man falls down, but no flag.
Yeah, good no call there. I just felt like the feet got tangled up on those with the two players. There wasn't anything nefarious, I felt like, on that play. You're going to sell it, obviously, as the offensive player, but I think no harm, no foul.
Jake Day, the intended receiver on the play.
Day, the intended receiver.
Interesting so far, JT, by the way. This is just an observation. I know we're early on in this drive, but no runs so far.
Very true.
I think the philosophy, at least so far, is to try and open up some running lanes with that passing game. We'll see how it kind of pans out later in this contest.
2nd and 10. If they throw it here, not hard to figure out what they'll do on 3rd. And they do decide to give it. Stumbling a little bit. Able to get a nice 5 yards out of it right there. Is Jackson Willits.
Yeah, solid run by Willits there. Funny enough, if he doesn't stumble getting through that first line, he's maybe got 3 or 4 more yards, it feels like. He had a nice little hole there.
Yeah, good job by the Knights offensive line, creating at least the initial hole right there. And as he said, if it wasn't for the stumble, could have easily been a first down run. Instead, it brings up 3rd and 5.
Makes it manageable here. That's the good news if you're Lone Peak.
From the 49-yard line, let's call it the 50-yard line. 3rd down 5. Knights.
Keep an eye to this near side for Luke Hyde, one-on-one.
Comer drops back, has a man wide open, and he's able to hit him. Shaking the defender right there, breaking free, an opportunity for a touchdown. That is Luke Durfee, and he's going to score. So the Knights strike first in Lone Peak with a nice touchdown, jumping out to the 6-0 lead. Opportunity to make it 7 in just a second.
What a play there by Easton Comer to find Durfee out of the backfield. He lined up at running back. Nice little hitch route out of the backfield. Finds him. He takes care of business down the field for 6.
Durfee, a man known for his ability on the ground, able to get it done through the air, the elusiveness, showing off the running back agilities right there. Shaking a defender on his way to the nice score for the 51-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. The Knights lead 7-0 with 9:50 to go on the Rewind Sports Network.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Welcome back to Lone Peak Field. The Knights, after just scoring, courtesy of the 51-yard touchdown from Luke Durfee. Durfee, one of the two-way players for this team, also an inside linebacker. We expect him to come trotting on the field in just a second. Able to get it done through the air.
Yeah, Luke Durfee's just kind of the latest in a long line of do-everything players for Lone Peak. Think of guys like Nate Ritchie of their recent past. You can go back to Chase Hansen if you want to. These guys do it all, and that was a fantastic play setup for that touchdown.
Ball's up in the air. Letting it go this time is Kevin Green Jr. That will be something to watch. We were watching, both sides have very explosive returners. We talk about Kevin Green Jr., a guy who's a 3-star prospect, and then you get a guy as well who's a 4-star prospect in Larry Turner Gooden. And we already talked about what Luke Hyde can do. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple return this game for large games, hopefully for some touchdowns.
Well, and that's the thing. Also, I think these special teams coordinators or special teams coaches on these teams probably also preaching to the guys, kick away from these dudes. We do not want them to get loose in the open field.
From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Alemany Warriors.
We mentioned Durfee. Right back his inside linebacker spot. 2 men in the backfield. Next to Jimmy, hands it to the outside. Thompson, able to get through. Lowers the helmet there. Hard hit, but a nice gain out of it.
Great run there by Thompson, finding that edge. It didn't seem like he was going to get that edge there, but he's able to get to it. We got a flag down there, JT. Wonder if this might be a hold, because it looked like it may. I was wondering there for a second. Looks like they're going to, it looks like it's in the area where that holding call is going to come. Yep, there we go.
And it will be a holding call indeed.
Well, it helps when you get the edge when you have your guy help you take down a guy.
Makes it a lot easier. That's a very difficult block to make, is that reach block to the outside right there. Sometimes you got to get a little grabby to make it and just hope the official doesn't see. Right there, they get caught. So the second drive for the Warriors where they get hit with a penalty to start it out.
Yeah, 3 penalties overall for them. They had one on defense as well. Very much kind of a disjointed start for them. I'm sure their coaching staff is barking at them from that far sideline across from us, but nonetheless, they'll clean it up here. Like I said, this is their season opener, and they're on the road. They're playing in Utah, hundreds of miles away from home. There's a lot to absorb and also overcome here. So
Jabia with Thompson on the right, Chalk on the left. Not ready for the snap. It is snapped. A smart play to pick it up there, and he fumbles it out of the end zone, and bouncing on top of it is the Knights, and it looks like that's going to be a touchdown.
What a play. The center had a miscommunication with the quarterback. Jebbia wasn't expecting that snap. They tried to pick it up, fumbled it again, and they fall on it for touchdown.
Looked to be Chalk was the man who got on top of it first on the left. Tries to get out of the end zone there, tries to reach, also maybe avoid the safety at the time, but because of that, only one hand on it, ends up losing the ball right there, and just like that, we have a 13-0 ball game.
Yeah, what a Johnny-on-the-spot moment for Lone Peak. Smart of them to keep playing, obviously following that for the 6. That's a big, big play in this game already.
And the field goal is good. So the Knights, not intimidated by the Warriors, jumping out to the 14-0 lead thanks to the defensive's touchdown.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Welcome back inside to Knights Stadium. I want to take this opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, Stroformance. We build athletes using the latest science, data, and technology to get results no one else can. We are the athletes' one-stop shop, offering physical therapy, massage, nutrition, and mental coaching, recovery, and yoga. Stormformance, one of your many sponsors of the Knights.
Well, quite the play there to make this a 14-0 game. Jackson Tom was the Lone Peak Knight who ended up falling on that ball in the end zone for 6. But what a, like, it feels like that might be a little bit of a game-changing play here. We're going to see how Alemany responds here. The Warriors a little bit under it early on. We're not even 3 minutes into this ball game.
Yep, 9:37 left. Already 14-0 trailing. As you mentioned, 1,000 miles away from home in a difficult position. They have the returners to be able to get him back into it. But once again, not giving him the opportunity to do so.
My kingdom for being able to return kicks out of the end zone, but that's just me.
Yeah.
One of those rule changes I'd like to see made, but I also understand why it's on the books.
Want to use this opportunity to thank another one of our sponsors in Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is celebrating their 35th year in business. Thank you for always thinking of Berkshire Hathaway for all your real estate needs. For you, for your life, your forever realtors, Berkshire Hathaway. Jibby, looking to right the ship for this offense. One man in the backfield. Almost looked like they got going early there. Gets to the outside to the green. A couple of moves, but Durfee comes over and cleans that up right away.
Kevin Green with that reception there. Showing off some nice moves there, but nice T.K. Hansen with the tackle there. Very sound, wrapping him up, making sure that he was not about to let him get free.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Still a nice positive gain of 7 there. Did not start off with the penalty as well. First time they haven't done that today.
That does help. That does help, yes.
Durfee, the potential blitzer, holds back. They give it to Thompson. A big hole, but he is met by a swarm of Knights, and they're able to. Looks like they were able to get the first down.
Nice surge there to get the first down, but also I got to give Lone Peak credit. So far, they've been swarming on defense. They are not. Well, I'm not saying they're not, but they're making sure that they wrap up. The first guy gets in there, holds on to the guy, and lets the other guys come in and finish up the play.
Jibby gives it to his man and Thompson again. Exceptional blocking. He's got a hole. He's going, using the speed of the 4-star. Makes it far, but a late flag does come in.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a block in the back at minimum there on Bishop Alemany, but what a run by Jalen Thompson, showing off nice vision there. You see that cutback lane open up there, and he was off to the races on that backside. That's something that Lone Peak is going to have to avoid all night long. This is a team who's got plenty of speed. You give them space like that, they're going to make you pay.
Refs determining the guilty party.
We had 2 flags thrown here, so I wonder if there's 2 calls.
Blindside block, as you correctly called, Jake.
Foul, head-to-head contact against the Warriors.
Blindside block, if you're the PA announcer, they call it head-to-head contact. That's this with fist to the head. The fists pushed together now is what they call a blindside block. It's trying to just avoid concussion issues. We all know that in this day and age with the sport. That play there, okay, I get guys just trying to make a play. You also got to be smarter than that.
Yep. Another tough break for the Warriors here. So they get reset. So we've seen Green get involved here, Chalk, Thompson as well. Still waiting on the first catch here for Larry Turner Goodson.
Yeah, we saw him get targeted earlier on in this game, but haven't seen him targeted since.
He's the man at the top of your screen. Bottom, the lone receiver is Green. But instead, it's going to go to Chalk, and he is met right away. A nice play made there by Connor Kelly.
Yeah, Connor Kelly, one of the stud defensive ends on this team, came off that edge, fielded nicely, saw the play, and made the play.
And just like that, we're still 2nd and 3, so still able to get something out of it. 7:50 left to go.
2nd down 4.
Keep an eye off the edge here for Lone Peak. We'll see if they back out of it.
Said the size difference is apparent when looking at the defensive line, but the Knights have held up strong so far.
The thing about Lone Peak is over the years, they actually have traditionally always been, it feels like, an undersized defensive line. They do more with actually their speed, it feels like.
As that's going to be a delay of game right there.
They got the timeout, actually, just before.
Saw the flag come in, but Coach was all over it there, able to get the timeout in time. Coach Clausen.
Well, JT, let me ask you this question. What is your thought on looking – obviously, we look at Alemany, you look at the guys on their roster, and just a ton of talent there, it feels like. What's your sense of this game so far? Has it been pretty even in your mind, or you feel like, as the scoreboard indicates, Lone Peak's dominated?
I think Lone Peak has been able to it's weird to say dominated because so much of it has been self-inflicted, I feel like, by Alemany. But because of that, they've been able to dominate. We've seen just a lapse in coverage where allowed Durfee to score, and then as we talked about, the miscommunication, Jebby was not ready for that snap. It comes, and because of that, they trail 14-0 like that. They look to be regaining momentum with the big run there, and then the late block in the back, which happened well after he was already downfield as well. It's just been not the start this team envisioned so far. And
no doubt. And I can see the coaches over there pacing. I see Coach Clausen pacing up and down the sideline. He's got to be a little frustrated right now, honestly.
On the 38, second down and 4, Warriors.
So 2nd and 3. Jebby with chalk in the backfield. Fakes it to him, gives it to Green in space. He's able to shake the first tackler. The Knights swarm him quickly, but not before he's able to get the first down. The elusive Green gets loose.
Yeah, Green's a great athlete. There was actually a very good play. It was a nice block out here on the edge to spring him, though, to get that first down.
Green Jr. picks up the first down for the Warriors.
As Jebby
on the 48, 1st and 10.
Looks to keep the offensive momentum going for moving the chains. They give it to Chalk. He's met in the backfield, tries to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be successful and able to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, nicely done by Chalk there, because that's a great individual effort, because it looked like he was going to get blown up in the backfield. Had a nice stiff arm there to free himself and gets around the edge for a nice gain.
Floyd Chalk, Connor Kelly, and Easton Comer.
P.S. How cool of a name is Floyd Chalk?
Yes. A phenomenal name for sure. I mean, Kevin Green Jr. is not bad at all as well. Larry Turner, good in. There's littered with good names, but I would have to give the
price sock on this team too.
The 4-star corner. They this time give it to Thompson. Big hole, makes the jump, able to get a nice gain out of it there. Shakes it off, shrugs his shoulders. He is fired up as he should be.
Yeah, Thompson. Unfortunate that he stumbled there and fell over. Essentially, otherwise he might have had another 10 yards. It feels like.
You know, you talk about a lot, like, if you have a true bell cow guy, how much do you want to work him? Well, this team basically has 2 of these guys, and a 3 and a 4-star, so they can continually keep these guys fresh, and that's something the Knights can't afford to do with their defense, as the Knights are going to burn a timeout there.
Flag before the play. Correction. Timeout taken by the Knights.
We're going to take a break right here at Knight Field. Welcome back to Knight Field. I want to use the opportunity here to thank Utah Facial and Oral Surgery. Christopher Price, DDS, MD at Utah Facial and Oral Surgery, the place for wisdom teeth and dental implant surgery in Salt Lake and Utah counties. So both teams forced to use a timeout here in this first quarter.
Fairbanks Orthodontics logo on them. Head down to the tunnel.
6:26 left in the quarter.
Orthodontics logo wins a prize.
Well, all of a sudden here, JT, Alemany is mounting a drive. We'll see how it goes here.
Jebby, flanked by Chalk. The difficult task of covering green falls to Spencer Fotu on the outside. As that one is thrown high.
Jibia's pass falls incomplete.
That one was an interesting play. I'm just trying to figure out who the intended receiver was there, honestly. It was two guys in the area. Jebia had a little pressure in his face, not much, but I think I'm just trying to figure out, I was like, who's it intended for there?
And we did see, it looked like Green wasn't 100% sure, kind of caused some confusion there early on.
I'm liking the pressure, though, that Lone Peak is getting here with just a 4-man rush so far.
A very encouraging sign for sure. Looks to be showing some pressure. Could very well be a bluff. They give it to Chalk. Spin move. Able to get out of the initial tackler, but not much of a gain on it.
Nice play there by Nick Siri, as well as Durfee there to make the play there. Very good, because that's the thing about this is an offensive line. They're going to sometimes release off of a guy and expect them to rush upfield. Well, you got to stay at home.
3rd and 9. Changing the play up a little bit. Looks to be a wide receiver screen. They get Goodson involved, and he's able to get the first down. Some nice blocking there as well.
Yeah, well, that actually is a longer developing wide receiver screen than you typically see there. Jebby actually held on to it longer than I thought he was going to, but Larry Turner Gooden made the play there. It was very nicely done, and like you said, well blocked by his fellow receivers.
Jebby completes to Larry Turner Gooden. He picks up the first down for the
By the way, Gooden showing off that speed, man. That was
absolutely. Now, see it switched a little bit. Gooden, the lone receiver to the left, the 3 receivers to the right on this side. Man Green, the one at the bottom of your screen. Looks to be whatever side of the ball the hash is on is where they stack it and want to keep their 2 talented wideouts separated, putting the defense in a bind. Jebby lofting it up. He's got Green. Green makes it nice catch on the ball there. Looks like a flag too. Might have been pass interference there, but Green has the focus all the way. Kevin Green Jr. able to make the play.
Nice play there by Kevin Green. You got to focus through that. Defender obviously didn't use his head around. That's why the flag came out there. But a great play there by Kevin Green Jr. for 6.
Focus paying off big time. You could see he beat his man early on. He was backpedaling into the end zone, saw that ball all the way, allowed him to fight through the contested catch, and allows Bishop Alemany to get on the board.
Showing off his skills there, because to be able to track that with a guy literally putting his hand in your face, that's actually pretty impressive.
Not an easy task. And now he holds the field goal.
Multi-talented guy.
That puts. Oh, we saw some movement early there. Will be interesting to see who moved first. Looked like it might have been the Knights.
Yeah, it looks like it was the Knights trying to get in, trying to get a jump on that snap.
Outside against Lone Peak.
Gotta love that 1.5 yard you pick up.
Yep, 1.5 yard offsides. Doesn't look like it's going to change anything, but I'm sure that's something that the special teams coaches for the Knights had to spend more time on this week, is that Knight is the man. If they knew that was going to be the case, Knight was the man who's going to be holding here, because that's a guy who can easily get to the edges. That one is nearly blocked right there. That was Fotu nearly making the play. The Knights still lead, but the Warriors crawling back into it, 14-7.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Welcome back to Lone Peak on a sunny and beautiful weather we have, as you mentioned, Jake, early on. Want to use an opportunity to thank another one of our sponsors, and Axis Steel Construction. Axis Virtual Construction, the construction industry's one-source solution, providing 3D structural steel and bridge detailing, concrete and rebar estimating and detailing, joists and deck detailing, 3D laser point cloud scanning of job sites, expert consulting with 4D scheduling analysis, and connection design engineering services to the local and international community for the past 13 years. Axis Steel Construction.
Me and Dane did the game here last week. We were actually talking about Axis Steel Construction. We're like, that's a lot of cool stuff. I wish I knew what it actually stood for.
Yeah.
Sounds really important.
Exactly. See the kick here. Opportunity to make a play on it.
K.O. Hansen there.
Hansen has a hole a little bit. The lengthy Hansen able to shake a man and get a nice return out of it there. Some nice blocking.
K.O. Hansen is actually a really nice athlete. He's a Utah State commit for Lone Peak number 14 there, returning that kick. That's a kid that I think a lot of people may have overlooked over the past couple of years, but he's been one of the key cogs for Lone Peak since he joined this squad.
So Hansen trying to bring the momentum back to the Knights side. Only the second time we've seen their offense here early. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
First and 10.
Easton Comer, still the man in the quarterback spot. Gets a snap, gives it. Looked to be a hole for a second, but it disappeared quickly as he gives it.
Is that Willits on the carry there?
Yeah. It is Jackson Willits. Disappeared very quickly there.
Did you see?
Willits not the biggest guy.
Okay, number 44 for Bishop Alemany out there. His name is Neofi Tuihalamaka. He's a Notre Dame commit. Did you see how he actually absorbed that block and still made the play? This kid's really,
You're going
really
to play
good,
a
folks.
linebacker at Notre Dame. Pretty incredible.
He is a great, great player.
Nate is incredible. As they give it again to Wilkes. And another hole there as he's dragged down, but we see the flag come in there as well. So
yeah,
a nice carry by Willits.
Yeah, it looked like there was just a second too long on the block out here on the edge, and it's tough as an offensive lineman. That hand gets outside, they're going to throw that flag almost every time. Great play though overall though by Willits. Nice read on that hole, nice block honestly to get him through that initial surge.
So a penalty comes the way of the Knights.
Penalty on the play is holding against Lone Peak.
As they're backed up.
Is that the first penalty on Lone Peak tonight?
I believe so. Unless there was
I don't recall
one earlier. I don't
else.
think there was one on the first drive, so they've played a very clean game so far.
They actually had a pretty clean game overall for their season opener last week, too.
Yeah, the only other one was the near pass interference, but because he made the catch, it was waved off.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 13, ball on the 35.
See if you can get yourself back into 3rd and manageable here if you're the Knights.
14 Knights.
Pitch is the outside. Trying to make a play, but swallowed up quickly by those Bishop Alemany DBs right there.
Yeah, Christian Dunbar Hawkins there on the tackle for Bishop Alemany, showing off the ability just to get out to the edge. That's a tough play as a defensive player to make, but he made it look easy.
Yeah, Bilbro trying to bounce it to the outside there for the Knights, and because of that incredible stop right there, as we highlighted, brings us to 3rd and 11.
I actually like the idea of that kind of that speed option look, but obviously Bishop Alemany ready for it and showing off their overall team speed, making that play.
So the Knights looking to build on their lead. He looks for it. He's got a man, looks to be high. And it is, so an incomplete there will bring out the punt unit for the Knights.
Yeah, the great coverage down the field across the board there by the Warriors, and Comer just had to put the ball somewhere, see if his guy could get up and get it, but not able to make a play there.
The Warriors defense holds strong. Kevin Green, the return man, back. Got to believe the strategy here is once again to keep the ball out of him, so hoping it hangs in the air as long as it can, allowing your team to get there. Instead, the ball hangs in the air the other way. His bobbled snap there. He's going to try to get on it, makes a play, able to get it away, but unfortunately, it doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be a negative, negative play of, at least 10, maybe 12 yards overall in field position.
Yeah, Christian Arrington, the punter, ball goes over his head there. He just tries to get on top of it. It's impressive he was able to get it away at all, honestly.
Away, yeah.
Looked like it was going to be blocked, had to run backwards, grab it, turn around, then try to get it away. He's able to do so, but unfortunately, as you mentioned, still a major loss.
Yeah. Sets the Warriors up right on the doorstep of the red zone here, so a huge opportunity for Bishop Alemany here.
Green one-on-one to the outside. Appears to be letting the coaching staff for the Knights know about it as well. Boomer gives it to Thompson there, and he is met right away. Knights holding strong.
Nice gang tackle there by Lone Peak, closing down on that, not allowing the back to get any momentum on that play. Nice first down play there.
They gave this to Jalen Thompson, Luke Durfee, Jackson Tom, and
So
Connor
Durfee,
Kelly.
one of the men in on the tackle there.
You're going to hear his name a lot tonight, folks. I can tell you that much.
Yes, offensively and defensively. 2nd and 10, ball on the 21. Wide receiver screen again. Give it to Goodson, and he is met right away, but shakes out of it and makes a nice gain on the play, tiptoeing along the sideline.
Yeah. Look at Spencer Fotu was actually going to be able to make that play there. Had a guy come up and block him, break him off that play, and a nice individual effort there for the Warriors, making it 3rd and short here.
6-yard gain in the play.
So third and 5. Be interesting to see what they would do on a 4th down if they got in that situation.
We saw last night, if you watched the game on KJS 14, Coach Robotham from Skyline is a disciple of not ever punting on 4th down.
They go out wide receiver screen. Good blocking there. Green's got it. Shakes a man, trying to drag his way along. They build him up in a pile right there and drag him down, but not before he gets the first.
Yeah, nice play there. This wide receiver screen game is very, very effective right now. The nice part is Lone Peak is getting in there. Like guys are being able to get up there. They've got to be able to make that tackle, though. That's been the issue so far.
When you have two guys like Green and Goodson, if you're a receiver on Alemany, you probably know you're not going to get the ball a ton. So credit to these guys for accepting that role and blocking so hard. What's the no block, no rock? These guys are trying to live up to it, and I'm sure at some point they will get rewarded for it here.
That's the dream, right? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Green and Goodson on the same side for the first time tonight, but instead we're going to get a timeout. And we're going to take a break here. So we'll be right back from Knights Field. For first, with 6 to go. Welcome back inside to Knights Field here with Bishop Alemany. Looking to tie it up right here.
Big stand coming up here for Lone Peak. They lead at 14-7 here, JT. Obviously, they got themselves in bad field position with that what do you call that? Just a bad snap on that punt, and just if they can hold them to 3 here, that's a win.
When you asked me what my thoughts are on the game, I talked about the self-inflicted mistakes, and we see one right there for the Knights that could pay off big here. They give it to Chalk, and he is tackled right away. A nice play made right there by Durfee.
Once again, right up the middle, read it nicely, comes up and just takes his feet out from underneath him.
Connor Kelly and Luke Durfee on the stop.
Connor Kelly coming in to clean it up later, obviously, but Durfee made that play.
Yes, for sure. You could saw as soon as Chalk got it, he had to hesitate because Durfee was already there in his face. Loss of 1 on the play.
We've got a nice matchup.
2nd 7.
Sorry to cut you off there. We got a nice matchup with middle linebackers. Durfee for Lone Peak, Tui Halamaka over there for Bishop Alemany. Both of them very effective.
Gooden and Green, the lone guys on the outside, and they're going to look to him right there, and just through the hands of Gooden.
Yeah, Turner Gooden probably should have caught that ball, honestly. Had a bunch of mustard on it from Jebbia. He showed off his arm strength there. Turner Gooden probably is thinking, I should have had that one. Huge play upcoming here, though.
The trust Coach Brockbank has in his corners, leaving them on an island out there against 2 top-notch receivers, and they battled hard right there. He looks that way again, does Jebby. Man in his face, he throws it up, and it is out of the back of the end zone. We'll see what the flag coming in here is going to be.
It's in the area where it normally is holding. I think Connor Kelly was complaining he got grabbed there. So, yeah, it is holding. The call there, we'll see what Coach Brockbank opts to do here. Looks like he's indicating he's going to decline the penalty, bringing up fourth down.
Looks to be that way. You mentioned it was a big moment here for the Knights, and they're able to make that stand, trusting their corners to do a good job on the outside, and that pressure, which we've seen a few times throughout this first quarter, playing big dividends there, forcing Jebi to loft that one a little too far out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, nice corner route combo there for Bishop Alemany, trying to take advantage of their athleticism, but obviously, as you mentioned, the cornerbacks holding up nicely.
Green, after just missing out on that ball right there, once again comes back into hold. As we talked about, the Knights definitely ready for the fake. Diego Valencia, the kicker here, looking to make it a 4-point game. And he's able to do so. Once again, nearly blocked. Fotu's been close on a couple of those so far.
Fotu's coming off the edge like a bat out of hell, I can tell you that much.
Indeed he is. 14-10. Knights still hold the lead.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Valencia puts the field goal through. Ready to get us going again here with 1:12 left. As he boots it away. Opportunity here for Hansen. He's able to get a nice gain out of it again. There is a flag, so we'll see if it comes back. But once again, a nice return out of Hansen at the moment.
Hansen is one of those deceptive athletes. He doesn't look like a guy who's got a bunch of speed. There's a reason why he's on kick return, though. This kid can really move.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of returners that are longer, lengthy like that, but it's just a testament, obviously, to his athleticism as he's able to make a play. And because of the holding on the return, we're going to back it up.
Yeah, going to put Lone Peak in a much worse field position than they anticipated. Opportunity all the same upcoming for him here. Quite the first quarter we've had, though.
And yes, a very exciting first quarter at that. We've had high snaps playing a big role so far. Both team stars have been able to make some plays early with Durfee, Kevin Green Jr. Durfee at the bottom of your screen here. It's Comer, gives it, and there's a hole right there, and trying to make a play on it is Bilbro, and he shakes a few tacklers. A nice run there by Bilbro.
I think it was actually Willits on the carry there, but still, what a read by him. Nice blocking up front by that offensive line. The nice part about this, by the way, JT, is you notice Lone Peak, they don't need actually extra blockers a lot of time. They do with just 5 guys on that offensive front. It's actually a real advantage for them.
43-yard gain for Jackson Willits.
Jackson Willits, as you said, on the carry there.
Willits, the undersized guy a lot of people look at, but man, is he a fun little back to watch run.
So 30 seconds left. Comer looks to the left, airs it out. He's got a guy just over the outstretched hands right there of Hyde.
Yeah, nice throw there by Coma. Hyde just needed one more step, but what a play there. Prysock, their star cornerback for Bishop Alemany on the coverage there, but Hyde had a step on him. That was actually very impressive there.
Yeah, credit to Comer for actually out-throwing Hyde. That's something difficult to do with the speed right there. And as you mentioned, that's going to be a fun battle to watch all night as those two top athletes go at it.
Just to kind of explain to you guys, Prysock, number 6 for Bishop Alemany, he's got 19 offers. Ohio State,
Yes.
Michigan, UCLA, USC among those offering this kid.
They give it up the middle, and another nice gain right there. The blocking for the Knights paying big dividends right there, as we see the big run right there by Jackson Willits.
Yeah, Jackson Willits yet again finding a nice hole. Larry Turner Gooden actually playing some defense out there for Bishop Alemany with a nice hit, though, on the tackle.
With about 5 seconds left, they're going to let the first quarter go. So Knights on top early. They lead 14-10. We'll be right back in a second. You're watching the Rewind Sports Network.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Knights football.
Second quarter is set to get underway out at Knights Field. I want to take a chance to thank one of our sponsors and of the Knights sponsors in Advanced Orthopedics, the official team physicians for Lone Peak Athletics, bringing collegiate level care to the community.
One guy that I'm still looking to really see what he can do is Rashad McKenzie. Wears number 19 for Bishop Alemany. He's actually one of the guys who's got a lot of offers. He's got 8 offers amongst his offer sheet. He's got Arizona State, USC, and Washington after him, among other teams. He's been relatively quiet so far tonight, though. That's actually a credit to Lone Peak's offensive front. They've actually kept this very, very good defensive line relatively at bay. A little bit of a issue with the officials, the conferring on something here.
Yeah, difficult to maybe, or could have been a reset in the game clock. I saw one motion for that. Always difficult to tell. 3rd and 1 from the 48. Comer gives it up the gut. And another tough run right there. Battling hard inside is Jackson Willits.
Yeah, Willits just going battering ram on that one, saying, you know what, I'm just going to surge forward and pick as much yardage as I can. Picks up 3 and moves the chains.
Lone Peak's offensive line returned 4 starters, and they've been able to do a good job against this intimidating defensive line for the Warriors.
Yeah, they got plenty of talent in their own right. Joe Brown, number 79, is a commit to the University of Virginia. You have Trevor Pay, who's the younger brother of BYU offensive lineman Connor Pay. A lot of people expect him to end up in Provo in some form or fashion playing, but they got a lot of talent along that offensive front.
Comer, he's got his man. Airs it out just a little too far right there. He saw Cole Christensen all the way, but just a little too far.
I could see that play developing from the time that Christensen came in motion. Christensen almost, I think, felt like he gave up on the route at one point there. Had he kept running, that might have been a bit closer play.
So 2nd and 10.
And by the way, folks, those of you watching at home, Lone Peak doesn't lack for speed at all. You're probably seeing this on the field right now. Funny enough, their fastest player is not in this game. It's Crew McChesney. He is quite possibly the fastest football player in this state, and he's actually not playing tonight.
Almost jumped off sides right there. They give it to, once again, trying the ground game. That time, all over it is this Bishop Alemany defensive line. Willits.
All things considered, 2 yards picked up, not bad, but obviously like more on that. Nice play there by that defensive front, though.
Opportunity here, 3rd and long. Opportunity for Rashad McKenzie, as you mentioned, to make a play right here.
McKenzie considered an elite pass rusher, and obviously 3rd and long situations are where you typically expect him to show his best.
See the trust they have in Nafua Tuahalamaka right there, as he's pretty much the lone man inside the box completely. He almost gets a hand on that one right there, but instead making a nice pass breakup is Matthew Heath, but there is a flag coming in.
Yeah, pass behind Cole Christensen there. We'll see what the call is here. They let the play develop. That would indicate it's not a dead ball, aka a false start. Maybe maybe lined up in the neutral zone, but I know actually that's blown dead in this sport. I don't know. I'll stop guessing.
Always difficult to tell.
Ineligible man downfield on the Knights.
Downfield against the Knights. That penalty is declined.
Tough break right there for the Knights, and they're going to decline the penalty right there. So it brings up 4th down.
Decision-making time here for Lone Peak, because this is really a tough spot to be in. You're across the 50, obviously, but looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
2 timeouts left, 10:32 to go. Could be trying to get them to jump off sides. They've been successful in doing so a few times here. Comer alone in the backfield. And we're going to see a little punt right there. So a nice little play, catch him off sides. Don't even let Kevin Green get out there. And they're able to pin him deep in their own territory.
All right, Easton Comer showing off that quick kick ability. Props to you, sir. Pinned him inside the 10.
At the 8-yard line.
The Knights coming on the defensive end, hoping to hold on to the lead, 14-10. You're watching the Rewind Sports Network.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Warriors.
Oh, low snap right there. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And that is going to be a safety. So the snapping issues continue for Bishop Alemany right there. A frustrated Jebby is able to get the ball, but not until after it is past the Knights outside the Knights end zone.
Yeah, they got to figure this out if you're Bishop Alemany. That is unacceptable to have that type of issue.
It's happened twice. The snapping issues both times in the worst possible spot. Pinned deep in your own territory.
And they've led directly to 9 points. The last 9 points that Lone Peak has scored have come directly off of those 2 plays alone.
So 16-10 now. And the Knights, of course, about to get the ball once again.
Yep, it'll be a safety punt here upcoming, a free kick for Bishop Alemany. See the coaching staff over there trying to figure things out with their center. I believe their center's number 57, Trey Brooks. He's got to get things figured out there, obviously.
It's such an overlooked part because you have so many things going on offense, but it all starts with the snap, and Brooks and this Bishop Alemany coaching staff trying to get it right now.
Yeah, they're searching right now, obviously. I could see their offensive line coach was talking to Trey saying, hey, what's going on? I'm sure if you watch that sideline, you'll see him working on that snap here while the defense is out there.
Following the safety, Alemany will free kick from the 20-yard
So
line.
Valencia with the free kick from the 20. Sometimes it's hard to tell if a guy really loves football. I have no question about that when it comes to Nufi Talamakahaya because he's on we've seen him on field goal. He's on this as well on kickoff coverage as well. That's the guy who's just getting after it as that one's kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, Valencia with a very poor kick there, honestly. That ball's going to go out. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be the 45, the plus 45. So actually a nice field position here for Lone Peak. This is another big opportunity for them with 10 minutes to go.
You know Coach Clausen is going to be harping on it when they go in the locker room about the self-inflicted mistakes. We've seen it a few times with the penalties, but I think the biggest thing is just the negative plays. The snaps, the kicks right there, the busting coverage as well, leaving Durfee open. So Comer comes back out here.
Wonder if they'll take a shot here early in this drive, see if they can catch Alemany napping a bit, but we'll see.
There will be a penalty for the kick rolling out of bounds on the kickoff.
So because of the kick going out of bounds, you see the penalty come into play.
Yeah.
Moves it up right there, so they're going to start from their 40.
From the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Even better field
Knights.
position.
Bottom of your screen, Hyde versus Prysock. Cormer with Willits in the backfield. Rolls out to the right. Looks for it. Throws back. Throws it and completes it right there to his man in Cole Christensen. Christensen had to slow down a little bit right there, come back to it, but able to hold on for the difficult catch.
Yeah, I was going to say, props to Christensen for holding on there. He took a nice shot to the ribs there as he brought that ball in, but props to him for focusing on that, making sure he secured the ball.
When you have those crossing routes drifting across like that, there's only so much time you can wait to throw it. Cormer really held on to it for a while. Great adjustment by Christensen and a nice throw by Cormer, recognizing, hey, if I lead him, he's going to end up out of bounds. So great ball placement there by Cormer. 1st and 10 from the 29. Comer keeps it, bounces it to the outside. Able to get a nice gain out of it. So Comer showing off the legs. Was that something you saw a few times last week as well? I know he had the one rushing touchdown.
No, he did not a lot. He's got athletic ability. There's no doubt about that. He's a long, kind of wiry quarterback. He's got the ability to run. He's a guy who's more than content to make plays in the pocket. Nice play there by him. Prysock ushered him out of bounds with a nice little hit, though, on the sideline there.
Brings up 2nd and 4. This time they are going to give it. It's up the gut. And once again, getting low. It looks like it's going to be for no gain, but he continues to power through in Jackson Willits right there.
Yeah, Willits is a hard guy to get a hand on. He's just so small. He's so low to the ground with how he runs. It's hard to square him up. And you saw with the defensive line, they're kind of reaching and grabbing, trying to get a hold of him. Officially a gain of 1. It brings up 3rd and 3, it looks like.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Hard to determine from up here, but
when in doubt, 3rd and a long 2.
3rd and a long 2, so everything's still on the table here. This corner is going to drop back. He's looking for it. Got Christensen, and he makes the catch. A nice job getting tackled low there as well. Makes the NFL catch with both feet inbounds, holding on to it. Makes the big-time play, moving the chains for the Knights.
Yeah, well done by Cole Christensen there to break off his route, make the nice reception. Cole Christensen's kind of the unsung guy on this team. He's not the biggest guy, he's not the fastest guy, but he just makes plays.
No McChesney. Hyde. We've seen him a few times, but has not touched the ball a ton tonight. So this drive, it's been a lot of Cole Christensen and Comer getting it done.
Prysock, their star cornerback, number 6 down there on this near side. He's really been matched up most of the time with Hyde.
Durfee gets it, and he's going to score it. Nice blocking right there, able to waltz in for the touchdown. And the Knights able to continue to build off that lead with some very strong blocking in the run game from the Knights offensive line.
Can I say I love I-formation football? I just love plays like that. Durfee is the perfect I-formation back. Nice read there, and barely got touched before he got to the end zone.
So 22-10, Bishop Alemany trails.
Holding is number 17, Maddox.
Christian Arrington, ready to knock it through. And he does just that. The Lone Peak Knights put together a solid drive to open the second quarter with 8:51 remaining. They lead 23-10 over the Warriors.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
And welcome back inside to Knights Field. Sun is just about setting.
Nice red glow because of all that smoke that California's been sending us. They send us also Bishop Alemany. It's been a fun game so far.
On the Fairbanks Orthodontics scoreboard.
The Knights trying to get everyone out on kickoff coverage here. Only week 2. Guys still getting used to the new season.
Wait, I'm supposed to be out there. Let's do this thing.
A little too busy celebrating right now. Fired up. This team's up 23-10. Braden Carr set to send this one deep, hoping to continue to keep it out of Green and Gooden's hands. Little delay there from the refs to blow it dead. As you said earlier, it would have been fun to see him have an opportunity to take that one.
Turner Gooden, he tried to keep his feet out of the end zone, but his momentum carried him in. Obviously, the touch back there.
Honestly, was an incredible catch off a kickoff like that, over the shoulder. Very impressive.
Yeah, the one difference between tonight's game and last week is we had a pretty stiff breeze last week coming from north to south, so it actually really affected how the game went. Tonight it's a really, really calm night, beautiful weather here in Alpine.
It's 1st and 10, Alemany Warriors.
Jebby eager to get his team back on the board. See Green lined up in the slot here. Something we have not seen much of tonight. Looks like the quick play right there. They get it to Gooden, and he's able to make another play for a first down, playing off a little bit there in coverage, and Gooden makes it pay.
Some of the players paused there because I thought the left tackle got a little bit of an early start there, but they let it go. Jebby fires it to Turner Gooden, shows off his athleticism there.
Yeah, definitely looked like there could have been some potential early movement along that offensive line, but because of that, it looked like a little bit awkward as well from
If you're fast enough, they won't call it.
Yeah. Love to see the speed out of the big boys. Jebby gives it to Chalk. Chalk tries to bounce it to the outside. And all over that are the Knights.
Luke Durfee once again filling in there. Nicely done by Lone Peak to fill each hole there, make sure that it was not allowing Chalk to find any space to work.
As a linebacker, you need to have that sideline-to-sideline quickness. Durfee absolutely has that in bunches, and we know he's got the toughness because he is this team's goal line running back as well.
Yep, like I said, do-it-all guy, man. Does everything. The only thing he doesn't do that Nate Ritchie does is kick the football.
Yes. They give it to Chalk again. Chalk tries to spin out of another tackle and didn't bounce it outside, but pretty much the same result of minimal gain, if no gain. It's going to bring us 3rd and 11.
Yeah, props to that Lone Peak defensive front. They're not the biggest guys up there, but they play with great technique. They use their speed to their advantage, making sure that there was nothing there for Chalk. He's just kind of dancing in the backfield there. Makes it 3rd and 10.
So Jebby. See Green on the left. Gooden up top. Lone Peak sends a blitz. They get it outside. And a nice play is made right there by Fotu.
That's the play I mentioned earlier on with that wide receiver screen. Fotu was in there to make a play earlier in this game. He learned from that. The offensive tackle was supposed to get out there and try and get him. He fought that off and made the tackle nicely there on Turner Gooden.
It's an extremely difficult block to make if you're an offensive lineman. Get out there, get a hand on the quick guys. It's something we saw Siasu Tapatoyu be able to do earlier, but right there, just unable to get out there in time, sending out the punt unit.
Yep, Tapa'a Totai tried to get out and get it, but he just, honestly, credit to Fotu. He got underneath it and around it, made the tackle.
This one, another low one, and it takes an unfortunate bounce for Alemany right there.
Valencia struggling right now with his kicks. That's his 2nd poor kick in a row there.
It'll be 1st and 10, Lone Peak Knights.
I want to take an opportunity here to thank another one of our sponsors, and Shine Cosmetics. At Shine Cosmetics, we believe you are beautiful. You need to believe it too. Shine Cosmetics is determined to be the positive voice in beauty and the Lone Peak community. Use the code LPFootball to save 15% on your purchase today. Shine Cosmetics, and once again, that's LPFootball to save 15% on your purchase today.
A lot of great sponsors out here for Lone Peak. They have a great community support.
Absolutely. Great this year as well to see the fan support. Both teams have traveled pretty well, honestly, as you see the stands full over there. Cormer fakes the handoff, guns it. He's got a man, and dragged down pretty quickly there.
Comer completes to Max Bateman.
Max Bateman, the man on the catch, and we talked about sideline-to-sideline quickness and Durfee. I know a guy for the Alemany Warriors defense who has that sideline-to-sideline quickness
Tui
as well.
Halamaka, man, just showing it off right there. Like you mentioned earlier on in this game, they really kind of put him in just the middle of the defense, trust him to really kind of patrol hash to hash, it feels like, and they just allow their other guys to kind of play out there in space.
They're able to move him around a little bit as well. We saw him at the heart of the defense earlier. Right here, they send him on the blitz in Talamaka, and he's able to make the play right there as well, blowing up the blocker, Tola Halamaka. You're seeing why he is committed to go play football at Notre Dame University.
He's going to make the Fighting Irish very happy folks, it seems like. That kid can absolutely ball.
So Tola Halamaka, 2 plays in a row, brings us to 3rd and 7. 5:45 left in this 2nd quarter. The Knights lead 23-10.
Down 7, Lone Peak Knights.
Comer motions Christensen across again, and he's going to. He looks it to Hyde instead, and Hyde able to make a play on the incredible corner in Price Stocks too. A nice route and play right there made by Hyde, giving us a decision, or it might not be much of a decision, as we see right here the Knights rushing up to the line.
Yeah, Price Stock made a nice tackle there, bringing it 4th and 1.
And they are able to get it with the dummy count right there.
Great hard count there by Easton Comer to force the offsides call, give him an easy 1st down.
Rashad McKenzie, it's the first time we've called his name tonight in terms of play on the field. Unfortunately, it is for a negative reason. So the Knights able to move the chains with 5 minutes to go. A lot of time left, 2 timeouts. I'm sure they would love to keep the Warriors offense off the field and kill as much clock as they can.
Go 4-minute offense, here's what they call it.
High snap. And a nice play right there made in the backfield. That's going to be a really nice play right there. Saw the man on the carry on Bilbro. He's dragged down quickly.
I do not have number 54 on my roster, so I don't know who made that play for the Warriors out there, but a very nice individual play. Fought off that block. I mean, a nice play in the backfield, make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, shout out to you, 54. You are unfortunately on neither of our rosters.
We had that.
You made a nice play
to us too. We had a number 2 for Timpview, who was. They had 2 number 2s.
Oh yeah.
One on the roster, one not.
See the 3 front here, mixing it up a little bit. Nice blitz is picked up. Gun to the outside. That is some nice coverage right there by Christian Dunbar Hawkins.
Yeah, Dunbar Hawkins showing off nice athleticism. Doesn't interfere with the receiver, but still going to get that hand in there and make that pass breakup. Very nicely done.
3rd and 13.
I do got to give credit on that. They did bring a blitz with Tui Halamaka coming off the edge on that last play, but Lone Peak's offensive line picked it up very nicely on that play.
Yeah, Cormer has been kept clean early on. Christensen lined up in the slot to the left. Ball snacked. Cormer sees his man and able to make the completion right there. A nice throw and catch right there.
Comer completes to
Adam Moore.
Nice play there. Nice route run there by Moore to get himself open, and a nice strike thrown by Easton Comer. Another decision here.
4th down and 4 after a gain of 9 on the
Offense going back out, though. Coach Brockbank keeping pedal to the metal.
Staying aggressive. Just under 3:30 to go. Cormer under center for the first time tonight. A little too far for a QB sneak.
And try that hard count.
5 seconds left. They're not even going to let it go to 5. They're just going to take the timeout.
There's a little gamesmanship there. See if you can get him to jump once again, but nice discipline by Alemany to remain on sides.
Want to use an opportunity here to thank another one of our sponsors as well, and Fairbanks Orthodontics. Fairbanks Orthodontics. Trust your smile to a specialist. And Tech9, custom software, uncustomary satisfaction. So what do you think Coach Burbank is thinking right here?
Well, that's a great question, honestly, because it's just a little too far, in my opinion, to really – well, okay, it really depends on how much you trust your kicker in this situation. That's the biggest thing. I feel like your kicker can make this kick. He is kicking into the breeze that we have here. It's not as big of a breeze as we had last week, but there is wind in his face. If you trust that he has the leg, I'd probably opt to take the 3 points, but I also got to understand, you know what? We need all the points we can get. We're going to be aggressive here. We're going to trust our offense.
A decision here for head coach Bart Burbank and offensive coordinator Gary Tobridge. Offense comes back out. Once again, Hyde and Prysock going to be doing battle at the bottom of your screen here.
4th down and 4 for the Knights.
Saw before they went under center. Looked like that was just to try to get him to jump right here, settle back into the gun. Once again, send the blitz, and being chased Cormer is by Tuahaka. He tries to hold on to it as long as he can, tries to gun it, but unable to get it there. The Warriors defense holds on 4th down.
Yeah, nice play there by Bishop Alemany. Actually blew up the original play call. It was going to be a nice rollout here to near side. Tui Halamaka said, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, Tui Halamaka, he's been everywhere on the defensive end. He's been everywhere in general. We talked about him on field goal team. He's on the punt team as well. He really is a phenomenal football player and made so many impactful plays. A lot of times, too, with a linebacker, it can be difficult to understand their true impact unless you focus in and watch him. But he's made a ton of plays in the backfield tonight.
He has. Big opportunity here, though, for Lone Peak's defense. 3 minutes to go in the half.
We know these teams practice 2-minute drills so frequently. They get a 3-minute drill right here. Jebby gets it to Gooden. Gooden drags a defender for the first down.
It's an easy pitch and catch there, especially with athleticism guy like Turner Gooden possesses, he's going to have his defender backing off him. That's easy completion every
A
time.
very tough position they put in Spencer Fotu out there all by himself with a talented receiver like Gooden.
I love Spencer Fotu's skill set. He's really good, but that's the type of play that's just an easy completion for a quarterback.
So 2:40 left. And early on we saw the false starts from the defensive line of the Warriors.
Yep.
This time it's the Knights.
Yeah,
moving a little bit there.
5 free yards there. That's unfortunate. As a defensive lineman, you're trying to get yourself ready to go, but you gotta stay disciplined. There's no doubt about that.
Against Lone Peak.
It's like Carter Holt, the guilty party there.
Yard penalty. 1st and 5 Warriors.
So clock continues to run. Going to be about 2:30 when this ball gets snapped. Still 2 timeouts left. They fake the handoff. Jebby throwing it up to his star receiver. And just out of bounds.
I'm surprised there wasn't a holding call on this left tackle on this last play. Wow. Oh, geez, it was almost just a complete takedown. Apparently the official did not see it. I was surprised not to see that flag come out.
Connor Kelly, you see him giving the hands up to the sideline. He's frustrated. He wanted the flag as well.
Kelly's really good, man. He's made life miserable for Bishop Alemany all night long, obviously.
So 2nd and 5 because of the penalty.
2nd down 5.
High snap, but on top of it quick. Gets it over to Kevin Green. Durfee's all over it, drags him down.
Yep. Spencer Fotu on the coverage there. Wearing a cast on his hand, it looks like, out there. Something I didn't notice last week from him. Must have been something maybe got this week, but nonetheless, nice coverage, but still, these are some great athletes. These are easy pitches and catches right now. The issue is at some point here, you got to start stiffening on defense if you're Lone Peak.
1st and 10 on the 39. They give it to Chalk. Chalk trying to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be dragged down. A nice play made right there by Nick Siri.
Yeah, Nick Siri, their star defensive end, 6'5", 215 pounds, showing off his ability to play in space there. That's not an easy play to make as a big man there. It's changing the direction. Now I see him to take out the feet and just make sure to make the big play.
So that's going to be a loss of 8. So it's going to be 2nd and 18 here. Clock continuing to run. By the time it's snapped, it's going to be at about 1:30 right here. Ball's on the 47 now, so a long way to go for the Warriors offense.
Yeah, really nice play by Nick Siri there. And some clock management here is going to come into effect, it looks like, pretty quick.
Green, the top of your screen. Able to form a pocket. He throws it up to Green. And the flag comes in. It was a little bit of a late flag there on Fotu, but comes in nonetheless. He was battling with Green up there, up top.
The tough part there with Fotu is you're taught to get your head around, but you keeps hand fighting. It just felt like both guys were going back and forth. Fortunately, Fotu's going to pay the price for it looks like. Don't necessarily agree with that call, but that's why I'm up here in the stands.
Fotu talking it over with the official right now. Also, of course, Fotu not pleased with the call. So with 1:07.
Knights staff obviously incensed at that call, as was Fotu, letting the official have an earful.
Waiting on the officials to get the ball spotted here.
The penalty is a 15-yard penalty and an automatic.
Now we're trying to figure out where the ball's supposed to actually be spotted. We'll figure that out here, hopefully in a moment.
Yep.
And an automatic 1st down. Correction.
Just over.
Everyone just trying to get settled right now. Well, it's still only the 2nd week of high school football in the state. We're all getting it figured out.
Coach Brockbank out on the field, barking at the officials, trying to make his point. Maybe at some point we'll be able to play football here.
Yeah. Lots of confusion, but we look set here.
I was under the impression that's an automatic 1st down. Apparently it is not.
Yes. Wide receiver screen. They give it to Gooden. Gooden trying to shake out, but dragged down once again. It's Fotu. We know he was frustrated about getting the flag. He said, all right, I'm going to go make a play right here.
We got some more laundry from the umpire there in the defensive backfield. But Fotu, nice response, obviously, after being frustrated with that call. We'll see what the flag is here for.
The penalty is face mask.
Oh, face mask against Lone Peak. Ouch.
Yeah,
that
difficult
hurts.
break there. Tough to see from at least my vantage point. I don't know what you
Yeah.
saw, if there was a hand on the face mask there, but once again, another tough break is
Where that flag was thrown, though, I wonder if that was another player with a face mask. That just doesn't look like the area. That wasn't where Fotu made that play. But as such, the penalty yardage is going to give them a first down.
Yeah, that will be a big time first right here. Just under a minute to go, literally, with 59 seconds remaining. Ball's going to be right on that 25-yard line. Durfee, the lone man in the middle. Pocket holds up. Looks like the intended target was green, but wasn't really in the area as well, so
Yeah,
difficult to tell.
It seemed like to me Jebbia was throwing more for a post pattern, and it seemed like Green maybe ran a deep in, essentially, that route, just kind of breaking it off. I may be mistaken on that, but it seemed like it was just a different throw as compared to what the route was being run.
The former USC, the future USC star found the end zone earlier as we see another flag there.
We're going to have a sideline warning coming here on Bishop Alemany.
I don't know about back when you played, Jake, but I know my coaches always used to harp on me about not getting too close to the sideline. We see it happen right there.
I don't care what level of football you play at, you need to have a get-back man.
Yes.
You got to have that get-back man.
Helps if he's the strength coach, but he doesn't have to be.
But see, in my high school days, it was sophomores we designated. It'd be like, you're the get-back man, push people backwards. Sometimes words were exchanged, obviously, because tensions run high, but still, you need that.
It's a thankless job, but someone has to do it.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10, 46 seconds remaining, still on the 25. Because it was only a warning. Jebby to the outside. And that one is dropped. Would have been a tough catch. High ball thrown, but one Prysock would have wanted to get his hands on.
Yeah, Ephesians Prysock, we don't see him play a lot of offense. At least we haven't seen him play a lot tonight, but like I mentioned, that would have been a tough catch.
So, but Prysock obviously known for his corner abilities, but when he comes out here, the combination of Prysock, Green, and Gooden, that's about as good as it's going to get from a receiver standpoint for Jebby to throw through here.
No doubt about that. A lot of talent.
3rd and 10. Jebby steps up, and he is swallowed up right there. A huge play by the Knights defense. All over that one right there is Sevilla Batista, man, making the play. Fatisa Manu, excuse me, making the huge play right there. You see him step up in the pocket, and Fatisi Manu swallowed him up.
Yep, Alema Fatisa, former BYU player. That is his son, Savea. Talked to Coach Brockbank last weekend. He said Savea has been one of the true program guys. Didn't get a chance to play really at all last year for this team, but he's given his heart and soul, and good to see him getting his chance. He's a senior this year, and a nice play there with the sack.
If you're Coach Clausen right here, what are you thinking?
Well, that sack is going to put yourself in a big hole, because I think at one point you're probably thinking, okay, we'll kick and take 3 points at worst, but I'm not sure that you have a guy who can kick. This would probably be, the line of scrimmage is going to be about the 32, so conservatively that's a 50-yard field goal. 49 yards probably on the short end.
We know Valencia, the kicker, has made his earlier field goal attempt, but not from 50. That is a long way to go, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it here as we see the offensive line coming back out. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 17, you better have some explosive playmakers.
Yeah, I don't think you have much of a choice here, in all honesty, if I'm speaking frankly, JT, just because I don't know if you have a kicker that can kick that. Very few high school kickers can kick a 50-yard field goal.
The 32-yard line. 4th down and 17.
They probably can kick it 50 yards.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is accuracy.
Yes. So Green at the top of your screen, Gooden at the bottom. Goody gets the snap, hit it right as he throws it, but still able to get it over to Green. Green picks up the huge first down.
What a throw with a man in your face by Jebbia there, but wow, what a play by Kevin Green as well. But Johnny on the spot there. Inch perfect route, gets the first down. 18 yards when you need the 17.
Really did work out perfectly. Pinpoint accurate throw by Jebby, as you highlighted. Stops the clock as well, getting out of bounds with 28 seconds to go. They are out of timeouts now.
From the 14-yard line, 1st and 10 Warriors.
Prysock back out there. Give it to Jebby. He throws it up. And incomplete.
A little bit of a misfire there by Jebbia, putting in a spot that Prysock wasn't going to be able to get to. Stops the clock once again, 24.2 seconds to go.
Saw a little bit of a reverse right there. We've been talking so much about Hyde on offense, Prysock on defense. That time, Hyde was in there at corner with Prysock in as a receiver. So both guys getting to go at it, which is something you never get to see. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 13, 24 seconds left. Jebby with time. He's going to throw it up to Prysock. And just outside the end zone, that ball lands.
Yeah, Jebbia putting too much air underneath that ball. Didn't even give Prysock a chance at all to catch that ball in bounds. That was clearly a ball that was going to force him out of bounds.
So 23-10. The Knights, will get the ball to start the second half. So I think if you are the Warriors right here, you definitely want to cash in.
Yeah, you'll take 3 at this point if it comes to it. But obviously, you'd like to get a touchdown.
Play clock winds down. Just able to get it off in time. There's pressure coming. And getting sacked right there. Jebby is dropped.
Nick Siri with the sack off the edge there. Very nicely done.
They're trying to get back on top of it in time.
They're
but
not
that
going to get it
clock
off
is
here,
gonna tick.
JT.
They're going to. So it looked like they actually got it off.
But it was 4th down. Doesn't matter
But
at
because
all.
it was 4th down, and by the time he might have even gotten the ball, the clock might have been at 0 as well. So the Knights hold on strong to end the first. Your overall thoughts on the Knights?
Well, it's been a really good half for them, all things considered. The defense has held strong. Bishop Alemany has had their opportunities, but Lone Peak has pretty much answered every punch they have thrown so far.
Yeah, Bishop Alemany. What do you think the message is for Coach Clausen, how his team gets back into this game?
Clean it up. Plain and simple. Just clean it up, guys. They've got plenty of talent. They got to have a little better quarterback, anything from Jebbia, but they can clean some things up. They're still in this contest.
So here at Knights Field, Lone Peak leads over Bishop Alemany, 23-10. Second half.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Welcome back to Knights Stadium. We are going to take a break for halftime. Your halftime score, the Lone Peak Knights 23, the Bishop Alemany Warriors 10. We'll be back for the second half action here in about 15 minutes.
Welcome back inside to Knights Field, where the Lone Peak Knights lead the Bishop Alemany Warriors 23-10. JT Wisterso with Jake Hatch up here. And Jake, what were your overall impressions of the first half?
It's a fun game so far. There have been mistakes, obviously, been a big part of this, especially on Bishop Alemany's side. But the nice part is Lone Peak, they've handled their business against a team that I think a lot of people thought was going to come in here and beat them.
We talked about in the pregame how loaded Bishop Alemany is with a ton of 3- and 4-star prospects, but still their first game and their only road game in a sense, where they are thousands of miles away from home as well. Also, the altitude is obviously something that could be a factor as well. It's not easy to come into a hostile environment like Lone Peak. The fans have showed out really well tonight. What do you think the message was at halftime to try to jumpstart this Bishop Alemany team for the second half?
They just got to hang in there, because you mentioned the altitude part of it. The second half is when that really starts to set in for teams coming from sea level like they are coming from California.
For the Knights, who really stood out to you in the first half? There's a number of guys that made big plays, of course, throughout the game, but who was the guy for you with the Knights that really stood out?
I think Luke Durfee is probably the guy I would mention, especially on the defensive side of the football. Easton Corbin's doing a really good job so far, I feel like, at quarterback. But I also got to give a shout to that Lone Peak offensive line. They're doing work in the trenches.
They have done a great job so far in the trenches. As we see the Warriors coming out on the field, ready for the second half. This is a team with playoff aspirations, hoping for the Division I level of the playoffs, but Division II they will also take, of course, and they're going to be set to kick it off here. Valencia will be the man who will get us going here. Struggled a little bit with the punts in the first half. We'll see if he's able to right that ship here in the second half. As you know, the Knights are amped up. Ready to start the season off 2-0.
Knights versus the Warriors. Kicking off for the Warriors, Diego Valencia. Back to receive.
So Valencia gets us going for the second half. And Hansen gets on top of it. The lengthy Hansen makes another nice return.
Yeah, Hansen's got a nice ability there. Nice return by him, showing off that speed once again. Feels like he's just a couple of steps away from breaking one of these, though.
We talked about Green and Gooden back. We even mentioned Hyde as the punt returner. But so far, it's been Hansen who's had the most punt return yards. So really an incredible thing for him. And another positive for this Knights offense is Comer comes out here, ready to cheer his team, ready to get his team going. Easton Comer had the touchdown pass on his first series there, also able to hit Cole Christensen on some big passes as well throughout the half. We talked about it early on with Coach before the game, that game management continuing to step up of that. He didn't have the second half he wanted last week. Looks to have a better second half this week, continue over the momentum from the first half.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And he sees Christensen lofting it out and broken up at the last minute. What a nice play. There is a flag down, so we're going to see what the flag is right there.
I'm wondering here if it's going to be offensive pass interference there, because that was a little drag route out of the backfield here, but it was that, well, they call it a rub route if you're the offensive team, a pick play if you're the defense.
That's what he's talking about right now, the man, Luke Hyde.
It was a nice route, though. It was well done. Christensen unable to hold on to that ball, but it was a well-designed play. But it's one of those plays that it's that gray area in football.
K.O.U. Chapman was the man on the nice breakup there because of the penalty. Offsetting penalties, actually.
They call pass interference against Lone Peak and roughing the passer.
Oh, roughing the passer. Okay, so offsets the play
pass
call.
Interference and roughing the passer.
They will replay.
Both coaches upset right now. We got Coach Clausen on one side barking. We got Coach Brockvik down here barking. So we're having fun tonight. Let's do this thing.
Easton Comer. A slow developing there play right there to Durfee, and it does not go for much as well.
More of a true read option look there than we've seen earlier on. A lot of it's been very much just handoffs. That kind of read option look. Too slow developing, as you mentioned, JT, for really anything to happen there.
So 30 seconds have come off the clock.
No gain on the play, second down, 10-9.
Ball on the 32. Brings us 2nd and 10 after no gain. See the 3 front here from the Warriors defensive line. Cormer drops back. Throws it. Looked like there was wanting a flag a little bit on the outside there. Looked like it was Hudson, but some nice coverage on the outside.
Yeah, K.O. Hansen tried to sell it, but the referee was having none of that. Brings up 3rd and long here.
They were not able to get the pressure they wanted in the first half. The Warriors defensive line. We see they go with the 3 big men right here, and that allows them to move McKenzie all over the field.
Yeah, watch him off the edge here.
As he does go, he settles, recognizes the screen pass as the rest of that defensive line does, and that's going to force a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, great instincts there by Bishop Alemany's defensive line in particular. They sniffed it out, and Comer just had to dump that ball into the turf. Nice series there for the Warriors overall.
Warriors off to a strong start to begin the second. As the punting unit comes out.
Offense going back out there, actually. It looks like JT.
It is the offense. You're right. Caught me off guard a little there,
It's going to be a
Jake.
quick kick formation once again here for Easton.
Pulling a little Tony Romo there as you called it, and that was a nice boot right there as well, as Green's still going to get under it. When you are so fast like that, you can afford to take a second. He does that, but the flag does come in, and it's going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to come back, but nice kick there by Comer, all things considered. Nice little toe to leather and booting it downfield.
Nice coverage as well by the rest of the offense on top of that. Wouldn't have mattered because of the flag, but still well done.
Just wanted to get a couple scores in here, by the way. A couple of games that are on KSLSports.com. Bingham hosting Bishop Minogue from Nevada. The Miners up 42-0 in that game, so props to Bingham.
Bingham taking care of business.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A couple of scores of note for you guys. Wasatch beating Mountain Crest 28-3. Westlake beating Alta, Region 4 team, obviously going to be facing Lone Peak later this season, beating Alta 14-13. Skyridge up 35-0 on Woods Cross. Olympus beating Hunter 27-0. We'll get to more scores throughout the second half.
From the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10, Alemany Warriors.
So 1st and 10 on the 16 because of the penalty. Jebby comes back out.
So we actually got a new quarterback in there, JT.
Ball is snapped right there, and you're right. It is a new quarterback instead of Jebby, but it is a familiar running back, Thompson, who gets the edge right here. Thompson able to take it up the sideline and ends up stumbling right there. But the definite story of this drive is going to be the change in quarterback right there in Anthony Wolter.
Yeah, Wolter in at quarterback here to start the second half. Wonder if that is going to be just a series that he'll have here, but we'll see. But obviously, nice first down play.
Yeah, Anthony Wolter hands it off right there, and Thompson and the rest of the Warriors offensive line does the rest right there. So take it over to the opposite 48 now. Fake it to Thompson. Hit his man to the outside. That is Green. Nice short pickup there.
A little bit trying to set up like a tunnel screen look there. Wolter's pass just a little low there. Kevin Green, though, still picks up 6 yards.
Taking advantage of the talent and speed.
Yeah, this is not an offense. As if you noticed through this game, JT, that these quarterbacks, they're not taking 4 and 5 seconds to throw this ball. That ball's coming out fast.
Pretty much the main deep shots we saw the one to Green in the end zone, the other one's in the 2-minute drill. As Wolter gets it, blitz comes right in his face. He's able to get out of it. He's going to run it. Takes the head-on collision right there. That was a nice play made coming up, and we are going to see a flag right there.
Yeah, you can't pull a guy off of a guy like that. Jackson Tom there on the hit. Nice hit by him.
Anthony Wolter keeps the ball on the ground.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Tom right there. He came in, met him hard as well.
Yeah. See what the call is there ultimately. I'm guessing it's going to go. Yeah, it looks like it is going to go against Bishop Alemany. You can't go out and just yank a guy off the pile, no matter how much you want to, honestly.
Yeah, if you're as linemen, you want to protect your guys. You want to protect your teammates.
That was Jalen Thompson, the running back, trying to protect his quarterback. I get that, but you just can't do that.
That is the call we see right there.
Personal foul there on Thompson.
Personal foul against Alemany. 15-yard penalty.
So the 15-yard penalty will go against Thompson.
Yet another self-inflicted wound, though, for Bishop Alemany in this game. Kind of the story of this contest for this squad.
They have been plagued by it here early and now have to overcome it. Bring us to 2nd and 17. Ball on the 45.
Second down, 17 for the Warriors.
So Walter, the sophomore. See a familiar look again with Green at the bottom. Good enough at the top.
Making sure to get the down right. It is 3rd down because it was a dead ball penalty.
So it will be 3rd down here. Good call by you, Jake. Durfee, man in the middle once again, calling it out to a hungry Knights defensive line. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Walter gets it. Has to get rid of it to Thompson. Thompson shakes out of a tackle but steps out of bounds.
Props to Thompson absorbing that contact. Did step out of bounds there, but nice hit.
Walter throws to Jalen Thompson.
So that will bring up 4th down, but
on the stop.
instead of the punt team, we see another offensive line.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Bishop Alemany has any interest in thinking about this one. They're just going to go. Walter just a sophomore according to their roster here, so we'll see how he does.
Walter, 4th and 10. Talks it over with Thompson. The Knights get loud. And we are going to have a false start there. And it's on the man who just came into the game as well in Sale Ulov.
Yeah, Siale Uluave with the false start there, trying to get an early start, trying to get into his pass set. That happens.
And because of that, it is going to back them up. And this time they do send out the punt unit.
I'm telling you, this has just been very much looks like a season opening game for Bishop Alemany. Coach Clausen, you can see him over on the sideline. Just, hey, come on, guys, let's get going here. We got to figure things out. Because they're not out of this game. They're only 13 points behind.
8:52 left in the 3rd. A ton of time left right here. Holds on to the punt for a little long right there, but sends it away. Does not allow Hyde an opportunity to return it, and that takes a very favorable bounce for the Warriors.
Hyde called for that fair catch and just thought better of that. Say, I'm not going into that traffic. I am not messing with that.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Lone Peak still leads 23-10.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Welcome back to Knights Field. The Knights pinned deep in their own end zone with the unfortunate bout. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11 right here. With Comer still the man at the quarterback spot. High snap. And he takes it to the outside. There is no one out there. And a nice, easy gain right there on 1st down.
I'm not 100% certain that was a called play there, JT, but very effective.
Yes. Definitely looked to be confusion with the way the offensive line was moving, the running back as well.
Yeah, so, nice 6-yard gain, though.
Yes. 2nd play in a row that they've faked the motion to Hyde. They hand it off there. Tough run to the outside. He is met. Penalty flag does come in.
Coming down the backfield, usually where you see a hold called, but Will, it's another hard-nosed run there. Only picked up 1 officially, but it's probably going to be wiped out here by the penalty.
We have a penalty flag.
Wait the call. It will be a holding on the offensive line of the Knights.
Against Lone Peak.
Seeing some drive killers to open the 2nd here.
Both sides absolutely struggling with penalties all of a sudden. That's going to hurt. Because now you go from what was 2nd and manageable, 3rd and manageable upcoming, to now 2nd and long.
So ball pinned back there now. Looks to be on about the 8-yard line.
From the 9-yard line, 2nd and 13, Knights.
Comer fakes it. Got a man open over the middle and just out of the outstretched arms of Christensen there.
Try to lead him just a step too far. Speaking of Easton Comer there for Christensen. Probably if he had that one back, he probably makes that throw and puts it right on the money.
Third and 12. A long way to go here. Do you think they'll still be aggressive and try to push it here through the air, or play a little conservative and run the ball with the lead being what it is?
That's the question. I'm going to say conservative, but every time I guess that, it seems like they go after it. So
it's difficult to predict. You called the little quick punt earlier. Comer throws it up. Christensen with an incredible catch. A phenomenal job tracking that ball down over the shoulder, hauling it in right along the sideline.
Cole Christensen, that ball, I don't know how he tracked that. That came in right over the top of his head. What a catch. Well, also, let's give some credit to Easton Comer.
Yes.
What a throw.
An incredible throw. It looked like he was just going to be too far out of reach right there, but it really was perfect placement. The only place where his guy could get it, and Christensen makes the catch.
I still don't know how Christensen was tracking that, though. That ball literally came right over the top of his helmet, where's the blind spot typically.
A phenomenal play. Keeps the drive going. And another defensive offsides right there, and a frustrated Bishop Alemany defensive line.
Yeah, 54 in the first half. We weren't sure what his number was. We found out at halftime. It's Kali Tafai. Normally wears the number 56. Apparently they did not have a 56 jersey in their white uniforms. That's why he's wearing number 54 tonight.
Jake giving us the inside scoop and keeping us up to date on the numbers here.
Doing what I can.
So we see the similar look here. Still the 3 defensive linemen there. And then they're moving McKenzie around, but he's mostly been on that right side so far, kind of been as a delayed rusher a little bit. And you can see on the opposite side there, star-studded linebacker going to Notre Dame as well.
Yep, Tui Halamaka, keep an eye on him.
Snap is good. Give it up the gut. Minimal gain. Once again, they feed their guy, though, in Willits.
Maybe a yard at most, depending on where they spot this. Swarmed under by that Warriors defense, especially that defensive front.
They've held strong against the run so far this half. Just gave up the incredible play to Christensen, which is hard to fault the defense when the offense pulls off something as perfect as that. 6:55 to go in this third quarter. Comer on 2nd and 5. We see the blitz. It's picked up well. He lofts it to Hyde. And that right there is why he is a top 10 player in California for Prysock right there.
Yeah, Prysock. He is like the prototypical corner. 6'3", 190 pounds. There's a reason why everybody in their dog wants him to come to their college. As I mentioned in the first half, 19 scholarship offers, and he ain't done yet.
Yes. Lots of choices, taking his time, seeing if he can.
Oh, yeah. Come on, when you got Ohio State, Michigan, UCLA, USC, among others, you might as well just see what you feel best about. But he's going to just continue to kind of weigh things and obviously let it play out.
3rd and 5 on the 32. Blitz comes again. It's well picked up. And that time Hyde wins the battle and gets the first down.
Hey, nice route there by Hyde, breaking it off. Prysock, you just got to kind of tip your cap and say, okay, you got me on that one.
So just when Prysock wins the battle, Hyde wins it on the other end.
Fun battle between those two.
It definitely has been. Second time on this drive they've been able to convert on 3rd down through the air. So get it out to the 38 now. Still with the spread look we've seen so many times. Comer fakes the handoff. Gets it out there. And gets it complete to his guy out there in Hansen. A nice catch made by Hansen, but the throw by Comer was on point.
Yeah, K.O. Hansen with a nice reception, but Easton Comer, he's starting to throw some darts here, folks. I don't know if you've noticed this. He is starting to put the ball where only his guy's going to get it, and we got a Warrior player down on that far sideline in pain.
Looks to be Christian Dunbar Hawkins from here. We are on the opposite side of the field, unfortunately. And we're going to take a quick break.
Officials timeout.
Welcome back to Knights Field. The man who went down there was Christian Dunbar Hawkins, but Hawkins was able to shake it off quickly and get over to the sideline. He was able to get off the field. Comer continuing to make some beautiful throws out here, getting everyone involved. And that one was blown up right there. That was McKenzie making his presence felt.
We told you about Rashad McKenzie when we started this game. There he is.
Making a big-time play right there for a loss.
Nice play by him to squeeze down on that and obviously just deliver the boom there on that hit. Nice individual play by him there. Second long upcoming.
I love that Coach Clausen is letting his two best players in his front seven kind of roam around and be able to do their thing, take full advantage of those guys' skill sets.
Good coaches know when to let their guys go do their thing, and he's letting them do it right now.
Prysock and Hyde will continue to battle it out of the bottom here. 2nd and 12. Pressure comes once again. Comer immediately rolls out to the left. He's holding on to it. Tries to gun it late, but had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I just need to get that one across the line of scrimmage and just get it out of his hand. All right, 3rd and long once again, JT. See what they got in their bag of tricks this time.
They hit Hyde. Actually. They hit Christensen on the first one, Hyde on the second, 3rd down. It wasn't a 3rd down, but they got Hansen on the big gain as well. Everyone has been involved on this drive as Comer jogs out to see if he can move the chains once again on 3rd and 12 with the ball on the 42. Three seconds on the game clock.
Might be Luke Durfee's time to actually show what he can do. We're going to have a timeout here by Lone Peak.
Yep. Play clock was running down there. And we're going to take a quick break.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
I want to take an opportunity to shout out our sponsors once again, and Storm Formants. Storm Formants. We build athletes using the latest science, data, and technology to get results no one else can. We are the athletes' one-stop shop offering physical therapy, massage, nutrition, mental coaching, recovery, and yoga. So 3rd and 12, took a timeout, a little too much time, came off the clock. They took it with about 2 seconds left on the play clock. Comer gets it, and it's a draw. He's going up the middle, and a nice run by Comer. It looks like he's going to be just short of it, bringing up a 4th down, but anything on the table with the nice run and the great play call right there.
I like the play design, absolutely, because obviously they're expecting the pass there. Nice of him to attack the middle of that defense, which has kind of been vacated by the linebacking core for Bishop Alemany. Brings up 4th and a long 2 here, it appears.
Knights OC Gary Tobridge getting creative right there in a big-time situation.
Luke Durfee coming in here, short yardage back, obviously. Probably going to see an I formation.
We mentioned it, 4 returning starters on that offensive line, but there's a big weight on that opposite end. Comer under center. They're giving it to their man in short yardage, and he does what he usually does and moves the chains as they're able to get a few yards out of it.
Well done by Luke Durfee, just going power up the middle, picking up 7 yards and moving the sticks once again.
The push.
Peak mounting quite the drive here.
Hiram Moore at center, Joe Brown at left guard as well. Those guys getting really good push from that interior right there, carving and creating a hole.
Yeah, Joe Brown, one of my favorite players in this state. Younger brother of Terrence Brown, who played at BYU about a decade ago. Committed over the summer to the University of Virginia to play for Bronco Mendenhall, who his brother had played for at BYU. Really, really good player. And by the way, you mentioned Hiram Moore, a little bit of an unsung hero along that offensive line.
Under center again. There is a flag that comes in right there as they gave it to Durfee. Short gain. We'll see what the flag is.
Another power set there for Lone Peak.
Comer gives to Luke Durfee, penalty marker on the field.
So gave it to Durfee on that one with the short gain. Still waiting to hear what the flag is as Durfee jogs off here. It's nice for, if you are the Knights, we talked about the running back depth because of the two high-profile players they have. Penalty is a legal procedure. Want to slip that in there as well.
I wondered if that was going to be the call because I think it was a legal formation. I think the wide receiver, there was too many men in the backfield there.
But there's one team in the form of Bishop Alemany that has guys like Chalk and Thompson who are the dual-headed monster, but here you get guys as well who really understand their role, I feel like, and are able to find success in Willett. Bill Burrow is able to do his thing out there too, and then in those situations as well, they can get a guy in Luke Durfee involved. So two very different styles of running we've seen, but very effective for both sides.
Yes, very much so.
Just under 3:30 left. Ball on the 30. Snap is away. He's given the time. He's got a man wide open, and he's going to be able to get in the end zone right there. The Knights, once again, in the second half, are able to strike first right there. On the catch right there was Bill Burrow. We talked about him earlier. Able to make the big-time play right there.
What a play design. Similar to their first touchdown of the game. Guy coming out of the backfield. Easton Comer finds him wide open. He takes care of the rest.
The game opened with a running back score, like you said, because of the design on a play. It was Durfee who was able to take it. And right there, Bill Burrow able to find the end zone for the Knights. So we await the PAT, but an opportunity to make it a 20-point game right here.
It's a little bit of a dagger, I feel like, for Bishop Alemany. I know we still got a fourth quarter to go here, JT, but that's a big, big touchdown. Just one of those drives kind of sucks your soul out of you if you're the defense.
And there will not be a PAT attempt here because we see him in the I formation. They fake it to Durfee. He's got a man wide open to the outside and able to get in. Gotta love when the fullback's able to get the ball. And the fullback right there is Sevilla Fitzamanu, able to score and bring it now to 32-10.
Hey, reward the fullback. He does all the dirty work. Let him score once in a while.
He does the dirty work, and as I misspoke, 31-10 now. The Knights in command in Lone Peak.
Scoreboard.
89-yard drive capped off right there by the Bill Burrow score, and then getting the fullback into the end zone, as you mentioned, Jake. You love to see it right there, and the Knights really putting it together right now.
Yeah, 14 plays, over 5 minutes off the game clock. That was a huge drive by Lone Peak.
Once again, able to get into the end zone, not give a chance to those playmakers to make a play. Want to use an opportunity here to give a shout out to one of the Lone Peak Football tailgate for KSL.com sponsors and Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is celebrating their 35th year in businesses. Thank you for always thinking of Berkshire Hathaway for all your real estate needs, for you, for your life, your forever realtors.
Student section below us here at Lone Peak chanting overrated at Bishop Alemany. But hey, you know, if you're up 21, you can do that.
Exactly. A team littered with top 10 prospects on the road, indeed, out of state. How will they respond? As we see it still taking the snap, getting it to the outside to Gooden. Gooden's able to make a cut and get a nice first down play right there. They keep it moving. Still, there is a flag on the play, so we'll get that to you in a second. Still, the man at quarterback is Anthony Wolter. They're going to continue to ride him, looks like, for this remainder of this second half.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a face mask call here.
15-yard gain on the play.
Looks like it will be the face mask call coming up here. So going to add an extra 15 to the play.
Yeah, trying to just bring the guy down, gets his hand in the face mask. It's unfortunate, but you're taught to avoid touching that face at all costs.
Warriors.
So trying to jump start it here, the offense. Alemany is just over 3 minutes to go. Walter with Thompson and Chalk in the backfield. Fakes it to both of them. They hit their man once again to the outside.
Turner Gooden with a nice little out route, picking up a yardage, make a second and short upcoming.
I like that he didn't go out of bounds right away as well. Fought for every yard right there, trucks it forward, and able to get a couple more after being dragged back. But yeah, they are riding Gooden here early.
Yeah, Anthony Walter for a sophomore doesn't even seem phased at all. He's showing well so far.
Yes, he's in command right now. They're playing with a little bit of tempo. Give it right there to Thompson. Chalk, but he is dragged down right away. Blowing that play up was a bevy of Knights right there. Initial one on the tackle. Looked to be Seth Dahl.
He's tackled for a loss by Seth Dahl. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Warriors.
Dahl making the big play. He'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Still 2 men in the backfield. Play clock was still over 10. Protection holds, and they do what's worked so well this drive so far. Get it out to Gooden.
Yep, Turner Gooden. Oh, actually, that was Ephesians price sock on the reception, actually, on that play. But you're right, that little just kind of button hook or just quick out, it's worked nicely.
Prysock getting in, trying to help his team out in any way he can. Played a little bit of offense tonight. 1:30 left in the quarter.
1st and 10 from the 44.
1st and 10 from the 44. Eight seconds left on the play clock. Comer gets it. They're giving him lots of time with the backs in as well. And he makes a nice throw right there. And a nice grab by Green right there is all over that one. Able to get a huge gain for the Warriors.
Even being interfered with. I don't know if you saw that jersey pulled for about 5 yards there. Kevin Green still makes the play, though. Very, very well done. And, hey, Anthony Walter for a sophomore, nice live arm.
Ball placement was phenomenal on that one. Over to Kevin Green, as you highlighted right there. Just under a minute to go.
Bit stunned that flag was not thrown on that play, if I'm still being honest.
Walter looks left right away. Looking at Prysock. Would have been a very difficult adjustment for Prysock to make. Tried to get it to that back shoulder a little bit, but he's not able to turn around in time. And as you mentioned, would have been a really difficult catch.
Bit of a misfire there. He was trying to, I think, still throw it back shoulder, but that too much of a back shoulder on that one.
Stops the clock. Ball's on the 15. A great opportunity here, as you mentioned. It's a tough deficit to overcome when you're down 21 points, but down 14 at least going into the 4th quarter is much more manageable. They get it away. Looked like there was pressure in his face. He gets away from it. He's got a man open in the end zone, and it looked like he was able to hit him, and he's going to call it. They're going to call the touchdown right there. He's able to get 2 feet inside. A nice catch made right there by Caillou Chapman.
Chapman, what a catch. Dragging those tiptoes to get that. The official looking at it very closely, made sure he secured the catch and immediately indicated touchdown. He believes there was no question about it.
He had the best seat of anyone in the house to judge that call right along that back of the end zone. And Caillou able to come down with it. Caillou Chapman.
What a throw and catch there.
Both quarterbacks coming alive these last 2 drives. First, we saw Comer really come. The 89-yard drive was incredible. And then right there, Walter making a couple of big-time throws. As the late offensive lineman runs out. 10 seconds on the play clock, so not in danger here. Looking to make it the 14-point game. And they're able to do just that. So with 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, the Warriors trying to crawl their way back into it. They trail 17-31 to the Knights.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Valencia, number 27, back to receive KO Hansen.
The Warriors get on the board in the third quarter. Bring us to 17-31 right there. And there was a little bit of indecisiveness from the Lone Peak faithful, of course, if that was a catch or not. But, Jake, you got a second look at it via our replay monitor. What do you think?
Let's put it this way. Hell of a catch by Caillou Chapman. What a snag by that young man. He had a whole foot in bounds as he secured that ball by a good yard. That was not as close as I actually thought it was in live time.
Appreciate our multifaceted cameraman and Mike of giving us the replay there. As this
Mike's
one is
the best
kicked
in
off.
the business.
Indeed he is. Holtman's had a lot of success today as he breaks through there and able to drag him down and put an end to that success was Tolomaka.
All right, big drive here, obviously, for Lone Peak. They have a 2-touchdown lead, but obviously you want to take some more time off this clock.
Lone Peak had themselves in a lot of difficult positions on that last drive, but was able to move the chains when it mattered most. See him huddled up right now, trying to figure out the best course of action here with 26 seconds left. Got to imagine it'll feature at least a few runs as they look to end the third quarter on this drive.
Yep.
From the 29-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Bishop Alemany could use a turnover there. It's actually been a very clean game in turnovers tonight. I don't think there's one on either side, so been a good game in that respect for both teams.
In the I formation, Cormer gets it. Gives it to his man Durfee. Durfee, so hard to bring down, runs so tough, drags the defenders for the extra 5 yards.
Yeah, Durfee's just letting guys scrape off of him. He just continues to plunge forward. Nice gain there on first down. And I said there wasn't any turnovers. We did have the one. We did have the fumbled snap in the end zone. It ended up being a touchdown.
Yep. Officially,
that is a turnover. But outside of that, it's actually been a very clean game from both of these offenses.
It's been a clean game. It's been a fun third quarter. And it's going to wrap up right here. The Knights still on top, 31-17. But Bishop Alemany still with a shot to get back in it.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Welcome back inside to Knights Field. I want to use an opportunity to thank a few more of our sponsors here with Utah Facial and Oral Surgery. Christopher Price, DDS, MD at Utah Facial and Oral Surgery, the place for wisdom teeth and dental implant surgery in Salt Lake and Utah counties. Also want to give a quick shout out to Axis Steel Construction. Axis Virtual Construction, the construction industry's one source solution providing 3D steel structure, bridge, and detailing. I will read the rest of that right after we get back to the action right here with Cormer once again in the I formation. Giving it to his man Durfee, the tough runner. That time the defensive line all over it.
Yep, they were ready for that one. I think they got tired of seeing Luke Durfee get after him. The defensive line for Bishop Alemany showing well there.
Big shift in personnel here as they look to be going back to more of a spread look, one can assume. You saw Cormer in the second half of last week's game as well. What do you think the biggest difference was for him in that third quarter?
The biggest thing I think is just he's growing as this game goes along. He's first-year starter trying to figure things out, but I think he's getting more and more comfortable the more reps he gets.
Going to get another one right here. Offensive line protection holds up. He lops it up, and we're going to get a hold right there. Looked to be a little too far, but we're getting 2 flags coming in right there.
Yeah, that one should be a pretty cut and dry case here.
Yeah, Hansen the target right there, but the man who went down with the injury earlier, good to see him back out there, but Hawkins, Christian Dunbar Hawkins, the guilty party.
The penalty is holding on the defense.
Well, that'll give the Knights a first down.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty, resulting in a first down for the Knights.
So what looked like it was going to be a third down and long situation right there will instead move the chains and allow the Knights to continue to try to control this game and kill the clock with 11-12 remaining. Knights come back out. Hansen, lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. They're right back in that I formation look. Instead, they go for the pass. Goes out of bounds. Just to push that one a little bit too far, Comer did.
Yeah, Comer kind of just tossed that one up. We got a flag down here, though.
Brings up second down and 10.
I wonder if it's going to be defensive holding once again here. I guess we'll see.
Corner on the outside there was Joseph Swen.
Waving the flag off.
We'll wave the flag off there, as you said.
I don't know if we could see it in live action. There was definitely some interference going on down here, but hey, you know what? If you get away with it, you get away with it.
Ball was definitely, it didn't look to be catchable, but early on could have been defensive holding.
Yeah.
They waved the flag off. Ball on the 49. Right back to the power look. So they do give it this time. But that one swallowed up very quickly right there.
Comer gives to Jackson Willits.
Willits with the carry right there. All over making the defensive stop right there is Demonic Williams. He's a guy, he's committed to go play for Cal as well, 3-star prospect. He's one of the emotional leaders we've seen of that defensive line a few times tonight, able to make a nice play for his team to bring us to 3rd and long right here.
Yeah, he's had a relatively quiet night in terms of like actually getting his name called out for plays made, but that was a nice individual effort there by him.
So Comer gets to his favorite down in this second half and 3rd down. See if he's able to continue the success right here. Bill Burrow was the man in the backfield. Comer holding on to it for as long as he can, shakes off one defender, has to get it away, and it's going to be incomplete. Good pressure that time by the defensive line.
Yeah, Rashad McKenzie getting in there. The thing about McKenzie, he tried to go for that strip sack. I would have just seen him take him down and get the yardage there. Going for the highlight play, I get it. Trying to make the turnover there. Make the sure play. Get the takedown. Get the sack.
Offense is going to stay on the field for 4th and 10. We've seen the quick punt a few times tonight.
They're setting up for it again here.
Bishop Alemany, of course, seen it a few times too, so that's why you see Kevin Green Jr. back there, ready to try and make a play in the return game. And it is what we're going to see is the quick kick.
A little bit of a sidewinder on that one. Not his best effort, speaking of Easton Comer, though. See where that ball is marked here. Oh, that's not good. 42-yard line is where it goes out of bounds.
Take a second to spank a few of our sponsors. Axis Steel Construction did not get through reading that one last time because of the quick resume. We'll finish it this time. Axis Virtual Construction, the construction industry's one-source solution, providing 3D structure steel and bridge detailing, concrete and rebar estimating and detailing, joist and deck detailing, 3D laser point cloud scanning of job sites, expert consulting with 4D scheduling analysis, and connection design engineering services to the local and international community for the past 13 years. 10 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Knights still on top, 31-17 because of the poor punt. Good position for Walter to work from here, but a quick flag right there, and might have been some quick movement by that offensive line.
We've got an unsportsmanlike conduct call as the call against Lone Peak. Wow.
Difficult to tell who the guilty party is on that one from our vantage point up here, but an unfortunate play for the Knights nonetheless. Rare you will see one on the first snap like that before it's even snapped.
Something on the sideline is what the White Hat had issue with, it looks like. Not sure what was said, but something.
Knights haven't even run Warriors, excuse me, haven't even won a play yet, and they're already back to past where the Knights offense had been. And then negatives continue for the Knights right now as you see the offsides right there.
Well, free 20 yards there in about 15 seconds.
Just need to reset right now if you're Lone Peak. A lot of time left here. Wolter, the sophomore, led a very impressive drive last series, in great position to do so again. 1st and 5 from the 38. He gets it. He's got some time. He escapes to the right, still holding on to it. There was a nice side block came in right there.
I'm actually kind of surprised it's not a blindside block call there, honestly.
Looked like it was a very dicey. Floyd chalked the man. RB trying to come in, buy his QB a little extra time.
As an offensive player, you dream of those hits because those guys aren't expecting, but there's a reason why that blindside block call has been added to the rule book. And to me, that almost seemed like the, textbook definition of one. Some interesting calls in this game, JT.
For the Warriors.
Wolter gets it, gives it to Chalk. Rewarded for his blocking, and he's going to be able to carry it for the first down there. If we're going to go back a play, though, very impressive job by that secondary for the Knights to hold up that long. Wolter had a ton of time and could not find anyone open downfield.
Yeah, he extended the play even, obviously, as he rolled out, and you're right, the Lone Peak secondary, to their credit, they hung in there.
Coach Brockbank talked to us about that before the game as they feed Chalk once again. He makes a nice cut, but we're going to see a flag come in right there. Looked like a nice run, but more than likely going to be coming back.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a holding call here. Came in from the side judge. That also could indicate it might have been an illegal procedure, but we'll see what they determine.
We're talking it over right now. 9:36 left in the first quarter. Ball's on the 32 at the moment. All the discussion was for a holding call.
Against Alemany.
Going to swap Chalk out here for Thompson.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Still a lot of time left, 9:36. You get a score here, a stop, and you got the ball in your hands with a chance to win the game, but unfortunate series of events there with the hold.
Coach Brockbank still having a conversation, probably still wondering what was said to earn that unsportsmanlike call. I'm still as stunned as anybody. I'm just trying to. I was. There's something that came from the sideline, obviously.
The discussion continues.
White Hat having none of it from Coach Brockbank.
No, he was not. Green at the bottom. Ephesians Prysock, the man up top. Wolter gets it. The blitz is coming. He gets rid of it right away. Prysock didn't even turn his head around until really late right there, but able to use his natural instincts and turn into the DB he needed to be to knock that one away.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a surefire interception. Prysock, obviously, as you mentioned, relying on his defensive back instincts to make the break up there.
You talked about Ryan Denny early on as one of the top DCs in the state of Utah, and he dials up a big-time blitz right there.
Yep, he knows when to call, and this is a guy who understands defense at a deeper level than I will ever understand, having played in the NFL.
Defensive end for the Bills for a number of years as Wolter gets that one to the outside, and once again, it seems to be a miscommunication between Prysock and Wolter.
Yep, yeah, it seemed like there was a route combination being run that one guy thought one thing, another guy thought another, and Funny enough, Prysock, had he noticed that ball a little earlier, might have had a chance to catch it still.
Would have been an opportunity for one of their gifted playmakers to make a move in space. A huge 3rd and 20 here. Got to imagine if they could get it a little bit more reasonable, they would want to go for it on 4th. With 9:21 left. Ball on the 42.
3rd down, 20 Warriors.
Walter drops back. Has Green. He hits him. Green tries to shake off a defender to the outside, but the Knights quickly swarm him. But a very manageable 4th down here.
Yeah, all things considered, sitting at 3rd and 20, you pick up 12 yards there. It brings you to 4th and 8. They're going to go quick here because the clock's starting to work against them.
Trying to go quick. A huge 4th down right here. 4th and 8. Walter checks to the sideline. Ten seconds on the play clock. Blitz is bluffed. Walter gets it. Hits it outside. He's got his man. And it looks like he's got enough for a 1st down. And Thompson right there, able to make some moves out of the backfield.
Great work there by Jalen Thompson. It was a nice play call, obviously, to work that out of the backfield. But Jalen Thompson had his work cut out for him to get enough yardage there. But great conversion all the same.
See why he is a highly touted recruit. Still undecided on where he'll go to school at next year. Just over 8 minutes. Walter, they're going to feed Thompson again. And a nice hard run right there, able to drag the Lone Peak defender for an extra yard right there.
Yep, bowling him over there, but nice run on 1st down here.
That's Connor Kelly, too, the man he ran over. It's not an easy guy to do that to.
No, it is not.
So Thompson jogs off. Very successful runs.
Alemany, they got to start thinking about clock here because they're down 2 scores, obviously.
Still have all 3 timeouts. Chalk, the new man in the backfield. Walter with time.
Pass is incomplete.
Looked like there could have been a holding call right there along the offensive line.
Yep, Nick Siri pretty demonstrative toward the Whitehead, told him to knock it off. But that route, the receiver expected it on the outside. Walter throws it into the inside. Miscommunication there once again. Another 3rd down.
Big time 3rd down here.
3rd down and 6 for the Warriors.
3rd and 5 looks to be. You see them shake it up a little bit with 2 receivers, the twin set on each side. Walter motions Chalk out to the outside. Chalk is open, gonna have a defender on him right away, and that guy is going to make a play, and that's gonna be the heart of this defense with making that play right there, being Luke Durfee.
Yeah, who else? Luke Durfee, Johnny on the spot. He went with Chalk as he went in motion, stayed with him, made a great form tackle there.
A huge 4th down here. As you said, the clock is a factor, and because a lot of it has been trickling away right here.
This might be 4th in game, honestly.
7 precious minutes. Looks to be a little bit of confusion with 10 seconds left. They've worked it out. A rare sight tonight as you see Green and Gooden on the same side. Walter gets it. He's got a man. He hits it. And it's going to go for a touchdown right there to Prysock. He's able to make the big-time catch. Ephesians Prysock finds the end zone and keeps the Warriors alive.
What a gun there by Walter, the quarterback. Finds Prysock, and he does the rest. Big touchdown.
Prysock and Walter had not gotten on the same page a few times throughout the drive. There looked to be some miscommunications, but when they absolutely need it most, they connect over the middle.
We got ourselves quite a ball game here, JT.
Trying to make it a 7-point game right here with the PAT. We've seen this a number of times tonight with guys still not being out there, different players, just lots of confusion on special teams tonight. It's only the 2nd week, as we mentioned, but something unfortunate. So Green ready for the hold. Valencia ready. And he knocks it through. So the big-time score with 6:43 left makes it 24-31. The Warriors still looking to get at the Knights.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
The Warriors staying alive indeed on a beautiful night out here at Lone Peak Field. I want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors again in Advanced Orthopedics. Advanced Orthopedics, the official team physicians for Lone Peak Athletics, bringing collegiate level care to the community. And Shine Cosmetics. At Shine Cosmetics, we believe you are beautiful. You need to believe it too. Shine Cosmetics is determined to be the positive voice in beauty and the Lone Peak community. Use the code LPFootball to save 15% on your purchase today. Once again, that's LPFootball to save 15% on your purchase today. 6:43 to go. As you said, that fourth down right there could have been the game for the Knights to close things out. Instead, Bishop Alemany making the trip out here from California, able to stay alive, going to their star-studded corner, one of the top 10 players in the state of California in Frysock, and he makes the big-time catch for the touchdown.
And that kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
In the end zone for the touchback, but as tempers are flaring a little bit, we see lots of talking right now.
Nick Siri's got a little bit of an issue with somebody, it appears.
It's actually you mentioned Siri, it's the 2 9s going at it for both sides, so you get Brylan Jackson right there getting it's Kyo Chapman is the man right there. Both number 9s in Siri and Chapman get a little bit animated right there, and we'll see what the flag is, who it's on in just a second.
These guys love the game. There's no doubt about that. Passion spills over sometimes, though. Personal foul on Bishop Alemany.
Personal foul against Alemany.
Yep. We saw Siri's helmet come flying off, so it makes sense that that's the way the penalty is going to end up going.
15-yard penalty brings the ball out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Knights.
1st and 10 from the 35. Knights looking to kill clock.
Well, I think it goes without saying here, JT, but this is a huge drive.
Opportunity to almost really good chance of sealing this game up if you can find your way to the end zone or even get a field goal here. As Comer gets it, hands it off, and making a nice play, making something out of nothing there. A really nice run. Able to get some game out there for Willits.
Yeah, well, it looks like he was going to get held up in the backfield there, but 2 Bishop Alemany players, Warriors players, ran into each other, and he escapes to get a pickup of 4 yards.
Yeah, it could have been a huge negative play right there, but the smart and shifty running of Willits pays big dividends. Just over 6 minutes and 15 seconds left here. Come back out in the gun. We saw a lot of that I formation. They've gone more spread this time around. Comer gets it, fakes it, slings it over the middle to an unsuspecting receiver right there in Max Bateman.
Bateman didn't even know it was coming for him. That was nearly intercepted. That was a dangerous, dangerous pass across the middle.
Bilbro comes in, 3rd and 7 here. Love to get the first down. Love to also keep it inbounds right here. So once those chains do get set after a first, that clock would keep going. But of course, you just want to move the chains at any means necessary. 5:57 is a lot of time for that Bishop Alemany offense to get work. Move motion Christensen across the field as they've done so a few times. Comer's looking at him all the way. And a nearly intercepted ball right there. It looked like it was intended for Christensen at first, but I actually think it was intended for Day, as we see a
Joseph Swen with the break up there. We just had a flag thrown here on the sideline. We'll see what the call is, but people upset about that. I thought it was just a pretty good defensive play overall.
Yep.
Got a sideline warning against Lone Peak here.
Both teams now with a sideline warning. We saw earlier on in the game Bishop Alemany get hit with that.
Yeah, I don't know, JT. I just felt like Joseph Swen made a great play. Like I didn't see anything. I get why it's a home crowd, partial to their team, obviously, but I felt like he made a great defensive play, came in and made a great breakup.
We once again expect the quick kick right here with Green back. And that's exactly what happens.
Ooh, nice
Green
spiraling kick there.
Gonna have a chance to return it. He gets it off the bounce, takes it off, and an obvious blindside block is gonna bring that one back right there. Green actually able to somehow incredibly stay up. It's really unfortunate that this is going to come back because it was an incredible job by Green able to stay up, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, but it's going to be for naught here. It's going to go backwards.
Just a really unfortunate decision there. An obvious penalty right in front of the official. He got all back, no front. Very unfortunate.
You got to get your head across the front if you want to get away with that one, but that one was rather not close.
No.
Pretty obvious as soon as we saw it. Like, oh, there we go.
Yeah. On the money there, Jake.
Conference here from the officials.
A frustrated Green is slow to get up.
He did everything he could on that play, honestly, breaking tackles up and down that sideline.
They had him dead to rights a few times, and he continued to spin and get out of it. And all that time working so hard for nothing, as we can unfortunately see. But still 5:31 left, a lot of time here.
7-point ball game. Bishop Alemany's got plenty of time to work with here. See what Walter's got in his bag of tricks on this drive.
Yeah, the sophomore coming in replacement of Jebby for this second half, and has done a really good job taking command of the offense here, able to lead them on some big-time drives, and going to have to lead them on their biggest one here if they want to start the season off 1-0.
Yep, 81 yards between them and the end zone here.
First and 10, Alemany Warriors.
We look set to get play going again. Prysock once again back out here. Bottom of your screen. Walter looks over. They've gone to the wide receiver screen a number of times. They do so again. And being shifty as always is Gooden, who's able to get the first.
That's a problem for Lone Peak. There was not a defender within 10 yards of him. Oh, Turner Gooden comes up a little lame there. Looks like his shoulder. That's what he's favoring there, his left shoulder. But that was a big miscue, I feel like, for the Lone Peak defense. Normally they've been attacking those. It seemed like they were out of sorts on that one.
Out of sorts, maybe a little nervous playing off because they know how much yards they have to protect behind them at all costs. A lot of time left still. Walter motions Thompson out. A miscommunication there, and he's going to get dragged down by a bevy of defenders right there.
By the Lone Peak Knights.
His offensive line thought it was a screen call. They released their guys, and he did not get rid of the ball.
Walter swallowed up quick. A huge loss on the play. Looks like it's going to be second and 18, so the loss of 8. Honestly, lucky it's not more.
Yeah, that was a mistake on Walter's part. His offensive line let him go. All of a sudden, he had 4 Knights in his face.
They've really been able to cut down on the miscues on these last 2 drives, but right there it rears its ugly head again for Bishop Alemany. Walter got his man in Green over the middle, and they're able to make up the yards for a third down here.
Yeah, make those yards, and then some to bring up about a 3rd and 8, it appears. A nice little in route there.
Walter completes to Kevin Green Jr.
4 minutes to go. 3 timeouts. Would be surprised if they punted if they didn't get this, but still possible with all those timeouts at their disposal. Green, the lone man to the top. Still no Gooden because of limping off with the shoulder injury. He airs it out to Thompson. Thompson makes an incredible catch right there, able to tip it to himself, but still dragged down short.
Especially while getting hit to kind of bring that into himself, but no, obviously not enough yardage for the first down here. Decision-making time for Coach Clausen and the Warriors.
4th and 4. Offense is going to stay out there. Not expecting a quick kick here. Walter gets his guys down right away. A lot of time left on the play clock. Ball on the 40. Walter. He's going to try to run for it. He's going to get it. There's a lot of open grass there and able to slide for the first down. A heads-up play by Walter, watching the Red Sea of that defensive line part as they try to surround him in the pocket.
What a brilliant read by him. He saw that hole open up as they were converging on him. Speaking of the Lone Peak defensive line, noticed there was nobody in the middle of the field, took the yardage, got down, and gets the first down.
just a little over 3 minutes left at 3:10 left in the fourth quarter. Game on the line. Ball on the 48-yard line. Walter drops back, got a nice pocket, guns it over to Green. Green makes a tough catch right there with the defender draped all over him, but there is a flag back by the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Green absolutely, man amongst boys, make that catch. He's now down on the field injured. We have the flag here also.
Be interested to see what that flag is. A huge blow to this team with Gooden already going down earlier in the drive. Now you get Green going down as well. 2:54 left. We are going to step away.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Welcome back to Knights Field right here. We just had offsetting penalties. Are going to have us replay the down right here. There was one dropped close to the line of scrimmage, very well looked like a hold, and then another one which we can only assume might have been pass interference. There was a lot of hands on Green, even though there isn't a flag out in that territory. So
now the officials trying to figure out where exactly the line of scrimmage is going to be here.
While the officials work through their confusion, thank our sponsors one more time in Fairbanks Orthodontics. Trust your smile to a specialist, and Tech9, customer software, uncustomary satisfaction. .254 left. First and 10. Still unclear a little bit about what all the confusion brought, but either way, brings a first down for the Knights, and with the ball advanced.
It's first and 10 Warriors.
This is fun, folks. This is a fun game. Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate all of you for listening along as always. Walter, he's got it. He's going to throw it out. There looked to be some grabbing a little bit, but I don't see a flag, so we'll bring it back for second and 10.
Yep, Jackson Tom with a nice break up there. I think it was
Tom defending on that play.
Nice break up there.
Big time break up there. 2:41, just a few plays ago felt like so little time. Now that they're on the 33, feels like an eternity, especially if you're a Knight fan. As Bishop Alemany marches on the Knights, looking for the touchdown. Walter. He's got his back out of the field in shock. Backpedals, tries to drive forward, but he is driven back right there. A big-time play made right there by the leader of this defense in Durfee.
Yeah, Chalk, I'm not sure what happened there. We got a flag down by the white hat here.
Very interested to see what this call will be. A monumental call with only 2:25 left.
Yeah, Chalk, he jumped 3 yards backwards. That was a bit of a stunner there to see that happen.
We've seen these backs be able to take advantage of their athleticism and shiftiness, and right there just looked like he got a little too creative and tried to make something happen, ends up getting driven back. And because he's the one who jumped back, he does lose those yards. He was not driven back until after he did make that jump back.
Yeah. Long discussion going on here between Coach Clausen and our official tonight. Not sure what exactly is going on here, but we'll find out eventually.
With the way the discussion is trending, it looks like it's finally wrapped up, so we're going to get the call.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warriors.
Wow.
So the dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warriors right there. Hard to know what it was exactly for. Something must have been said after the play was over. Opposite side of the field as us. So 2:25 left. They were just on the 33 as we talked about. Seemed like they had a lot of time. A big time negative play right there backs them up.
Another self-inflicted wound, man. This has been a game of those for Bishop Alemany. They're still in this contest, obviously, but wow.
You can see the really see the glimpses of what this team could be. Those 2 drives after their first one in the third were special, and they still got an opportunity to put it all together here, as we're going to have a little bit more discussion between the refs.
It's supposed to be third down. They're making sure they get that right. Here we go.
Third down and 23 on the 46-yard line.
They need to...
Green up top. Gooden is back in the game. He's in the slot. Prysock out there as well. Walter, pressure in his face, and he's going to be dropped. A monumental 4th down coming up because of the party the Knights defensive line decided to have in the backfield. And the first one breaking through right there is Connor Kelly.
Yeah, Connor Kelly just coming and getting him. What a play by that Lone Peak defensive line. Absolutely gigantic sack for them.
We're going to have a 4th and forever coming up right here. And they had to burn a timeout, unfortunately, so you don't have those 3 timeouts if you weren't to get it to stop the clock. Could still hypothetically get the ball back if you stop at 3, but feels like the game is really riding on the shoulders of this 4th and forever we're coming up on.
Coach Clausen wanted to have a discussion with the White Hat probably about that call, trying to get some clarification. It's been a fun game, though. It's been back and forth. This game, the interesting part about this, JT, is I don't get why you called the timeout here. I get you're probably talking about strategy. You probably should have already decided in your mind, because you want those 3 timeouts. If you're going to punt it, you want those 3 timeouts for your defense. But as such, they only have 2.
Yep. Good point made by you, Jake. Puts them in a difficult position here for sure. Offense comes back out. Opportunity to make a huge play right here. Coming over from California, as we mentioned. The Warriors looking to make what very well could be their last stand with 2 minutes to go.
4th down and 30 from the 47-yard line.
4th down and 30 it comes in as officially.
Well, in other words, it's 4th down in Pleasant Grove.
Walter. 3-man rush. He's going to have some time. He's going to gun it out. Green's got it. Green's going to be able to get the first down. What an incredible play by Green over the middle.
What a throw by Walters, and what a great individual effort by Green, converting a 4th and 30. Holy smokes.
It was an incredible play indeed. We have an injured Knight right now, trying to get a hold of what that could be at the moment. We'll update you on that in just a moment when we come back.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.
Hansen able to get off on his own power. Looked to be a cramp right there, but able to make his way off the field.
It's 1st and 10, Warriors.
There's not much to say outside of what an incredible play by Kevin Green right there, and Walter connecting on the huge play.
Okay, Kevin Green is a USC commit, and if I'm the USC coaches, I'd probably watch that play and say, wow. Because that was a great individual. You got to give credit to the throw by Walter, but
yes,
the individual effort to force your way across.
He had a number of yards to still pick up before that was snapped. As they gun it to the outside there. A really nice pass breakup on the outside there. They try to hit Green again, but that one is broken up right there. A really nice play by Matthew Brown to break it up.
Yep, well done by Matthew Brown. I haven't seen Fotu in a while. I wonder if he is out of this game currently, but oh, okay. Sounds like he is injured. Matthew Brown filling in nicely out there on that far side.
Difficult positions for the Knights. Out Fotu. Hansen not able to get back out there quite yet after dealing with the cramping. Wolter, 2nd down and 10. Gets a snap. He's got guys in his face. He's got a man open, and he just overshoots him in the form of Kevin Green Jr.
Well, Wolters has got a live arm, folks. Dude can absolutely gun it, and that one probably want to take a few RPMs off of it.
3rd down and 10 coming up. 4th down will be the money
Okay.
down here, but obviously would like to gain some.
So we've seen 3rd and 21. We've seen 4th and 30. We got 3rd and 10 here. What else are we going to have in front of us?
Bottom of your screen is Gooden. Green in the slot. Prysock, top of the screen. Wolter to the outside.
Ball is incomplete.
Another incompletion right there. Looked to be a little bit of a miscommunication.
Matthew Brown defending on the
Green
play.
and the rest of Alemany wanted the PI. They're not going to get it.
There's miscommunication there on that play, obviously. Receiver going to block. Forgot he thought he was getting the ball, but the ball was actually intended for him.
4th and 10.
4th and 10.
Let's hear the crowd.
2 minutes left. Or 1:23, sorry. 2 timeouts left. Wolter motions his man out. The blitz comes through. He throws it over. The ball is just behind Green, and he is unable to hold on for the big-time catch.
That ball behind Green still had a chance to get it, but that should seal a victory for the Knights here at home.
The Knights secondary gets burned for the 4th and 30 and holds on strong. 4 plays in a row, forcing those incompletions. 1:19 left is pretty much going to seal the deal here. What a win for the Knights.
Huge, huge stand there by Lone Peak. This has been one heck of a game, folks, and biggest play of the game right there.
See the offense jogging back out now.
From the 20. 1st and 10.
See him in the
Knights.
See him back in the gun. Decide not to go under center here as they've had success a little bit. Or waiting for what the call will be as the whistle was blown. Almost looked like it was a stoppage for a timeout, but doesn't make any sense to burn one before. So
We got a penalty, it looks like.
yeah, trying to determine what that is. Still awaiting anything from the officials here.
Not sure what happened here.
Looking like an inadvertent whistle at the moment. And we'll just do it again.
No penalty. 1st and 10. Knights.
Knights get back into it. High snap, able to get it away still, and wrapped up very quickly right there. Is Willits as he tries to make a play. Timeout is burned as expected
Timeout taken by Alemany.
by Alemany. So 1:11 left. I was never the best at math, trying to figure out how much time they could imaginably get it here.
Let's just put it this way. If they do get the ball back, which is an if, there's not going to be much left.
No. Expect at least 2 more runs up the gut here. Trying to
Yeah,
kill
if they
some
do
clock.
anything other than run that ball up the gut, I'd be stunned.
Knights trying to close this thing off. Warriors battling for any shot they can even get, even if it's just one play, to still try to get back in this thing. They give it. There's a hole for a second. Shrugging along, getting the tough yardage in the inside right there. So another timeout is burned. The final timeout Bishop Alemany is going to be able to burn. Another tough run by Willits right there.
Stop by Samuel Sefa. Timeout is taken by the Warriors.
All right, so we got 3rd and 6 here, JT. Minute 5 to go. So you force the 4th down. At least 25 seconds, you imagine, is gone off that clock or so. Then you can probably run down some more. We're talking, I don't even know, 10 seconds maybe. And that's like I said, that's an if, because you get a first down here, it's over.
There's either two things that are going to happen, I feel like, at this point, Jake. We're going to have an incredible walk-off touchdown, or the Lone Peak student section is going to rush the field in a minute and 5 seconds.
We'll see.
They're down, 6 to go.
They are crowding here along the fence line.
Hard to stop that many students.
The administration, though, is talking to them. I think they're trying to say, hey.
Got them outnumbered by a little bit, though. Students do, so we'll see if they're able to break through. Trying to break through right now will be the Knights offense as they try to officially seal this thing with a first down.
Huge penalty.
A massive penalty indeed. A defensive offsides will not be enough for the first down, but will give us 3rd and 1.
5-yard penalty.
Another critical error by that Warrior defensive line.
That brings up 3rd down and 1 for the
3rd down and
Knights.
1. Great opportunity to get a first here. If that's the way it ends for Bishop Alemany, in some ways it's the way this game has gone with the number of self-inflicted penalties, mistakes, and opportunities multiple times now. I believe that's at least the 3rd or 4th time they've jumped off sides, as they nearly do so again. They're going to burn the timeout with about 2 seconds left.
I
actually kind of like that idea there, trying to get the hard count, see if we can get him to jump again and get the first down and end the game for sure.
Woods Cross 0, and that's a final. Another final, Weaver 14, American Fork.
Talking things over right now. Got to expect it's going up the gut right here.
And another final, Westlake 27, Alta 13.
We talked about it early on. The size of the defensive line for Bishop Alemany, it's going to really have to play off in big dividends right here. You just go down the list of guys right here, Jake.
All right, Aitor Uriam Berenchia. I've been avoiding that name all night, I'm not going to lie. 6'5", 290. Sally Uluave, 6'5", 350. Trey Brooks, 6'3", 295. Siaosi Tapatautai, 6'5", 290. Palu, 6'5", 350. Sefa, 6'2", 315.
Jake, the real MVP for reading all those names right there. Up the gut. He's got it. That's a first. That's going to close off a Knights win. They're going to have to take one more knee before the student section is going to be able to rush the field. But it is all but official. The Knights are going to win tonight.
What a win here for Lone Peak. We do have a Alemany Warrior player on the field there. Getting up under his own power, though. That's the good news.
Shaken up, but getting up quick. Shaken, but getting up quickly is Aiden Chapman right there. So it looks like we're heading for a 31-24 final here. Knights coming out from California. Had an opportunity late, but the secondary held on strong for the Knights in incredible fashion late after giving up a 4th and 30.
First down and 10, Knights.
They're gonna hold it for a while. Want to make sure this is the only knee they have to take.
Try and time it out.
About 14 seconds left. They're going to do it. And that knee is going to be able to close things up with the way the play clock is right there. And ecstatic Knights erupt right away. We await the students as they kind of try to rush.
They're thinking about it, and they're going.
They're going for it. Too hard to control that many.
Well, what a game.
What a game indeed. The Knights, deservedly so, get to take their victory lap. Now you see everyone really coming on strong out there. Lone Peak, it seemed like it was going to be a really tall task coming in. A team littered with 3- and 4-star guys in Bishop Alemany. So many guys are going to end up signing on signing day. And if I would have told you too on the day, a guy in Luke Hyde as well would be relatively quiet.
Yeah.
And they're still able to get the win, 31-24.
It was a really quiet night overall, yeah, for a guy like Luke Hyde. But you know what? All in all, huge victory for Lone Peak. Obviously, when teams from the state of Utah play against teams from out of state, they're obviously trying to defend the pride of the state of Utah high school football here. Big win against a team in Bishop Alemany, by the way, who's expected to win their league, the Mission League, down there in the greater San Diego area.
They are indeed expected to win that as well, but it is tough to go on the road, especially when you are flying across states as they had to do, coming over to Utah over here. Bishop Alemany, as you mentioned, they are still expected to win their region. This is our guys, a couple guys who were playing their first game together. Gooden, it was his first game. Thompson's first game as well with this team. Will be interesting to see what they do. Quarterback situation now. Will Walter be the guy going forward, or are they going to go back to Jebby? We'll wait and see. One thing is for sure, Lone Peak is absolutely ecstatic right here. Jake, your closing thoughts.
It was a fun game, folks. This has been a fun one. Obviously, Alemany fighting back, but a huge defensive stand by Lone Peak to win it for their team. And I think this is a really important win for this squad.
A really important win indeed. If it wasn't evident before, it would be after you see the students and the masses running around. You got a kid hanging on the goalpost right now. He's so excited. The Lone Peak faithful will be celebrating all night long, as they should be. They win it 31-24 over Bishop Alemany. For Mike, for Jake, I'm JT. Thank you guys for listening to KSL Game Night Live Rewind. We look forward to having you with us for future games.